news, plus hot topics of the week. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at KMega4.
We are live. Oh, shit. Oh, we're live, but I didn't hit the other button. Gotta hit another button, folks. There's other buttons to be hit now. And where'd that other button go? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I knew it. It right off the bat, fat fingered it, but that's okay. Listen, coming. We're here. We're here. We're live. It's only the GRG style, K Mega style. If I'm going to do something, you know.
Crazy. Oh man, I got my buttons.
Give me a second. Give me a second. But we're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. You see the look and everything of where we're trying to go with this. And here we go. There we go. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here, welcome to the GRG, the new look, the new style, the new everything, man. And of course, without further ado, we always have to slam somebody. And that's got to be Ham Solo. He knew that this was going to happen. I said this was going to happen. Cameras, please. And what do we have here?
For months you've been saying it. For months.
I did. But then I said, it's go time. It's go time.
No specific.
Dart. Do you not? I mean, first off,
I remember you saying this for a while.
Dart. It's my first time seeing Dark Optimus. I don't want to see him ever again. Anyway.
Let him know.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man. I mean,
my God.
This is only a face that a mother could love. That's all it is, man.
All right, okay. It's so different being messy and being on camera doing it. It's gonna be wild. I can't wait to have fun.
It's gonna be wild, man.
It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. Over here, so let's go ahead and start introducing people. Yeah, let's go ahead and introduce some people up in here, man. Big shout out to Sir X, man. He couldn't make it. He just had surgery. He had hemorrhoids, really bad hemorrhoids, and so therefore he had to get them hemorrhoids fixed. You know what? Listen, I don't know what he's doing with that butt, but let me just say, you know what I'm saying? Get it fixed. Get it fixed. Yeah, I think he's butthurt. But anyway, regardless, man, get well, Sir X, man. We have the boxes available. Hey, Loke, when you bring your funny looking ass up in here sometime, Don, when you get your computer and all that stuff fixed up and ready to go, there's slots, and then we'll definitely have guests and all this and all that. But please, people, let me know what you think about the setup. Do you like it? Do you think it's cool? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, man. I mean, this is it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'll do some maneuvering around with some certain stuff. I got total freedom, but if it's cool to you, then cool. It's cool to me. But hey, Zero Pile said there's a lot of quiet. Oh, I hear that music. I got a subscriber. Oh, there you go. Thank you. That was I thought subscriber. That's I forgot about that. Oh, I got my girl back too. If you ever seen me stream, I had my dancing girl. I lost her, but I got her back. So she's back. So thank you. So that just came a little late. I thought that was so I think the subscriptions are different. But anyway, Zero Pile said there's a lot of quiet pony. Hey. And
yes,
Dart.
they are.
Dart, what? Oh, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it here in a second.
I don't condone my brethren over there in the PlayStation land.
You don't condone what?
Nope, I don't condone it. I don't condone anything that they do.
Good enough. Anyway, all right. Let's go and let's introduce the panel, man. Let's go with the man with no face. Let's go to Ham Solo. What's going on with you, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well. Actually. Just now having time to play with this Elite Series 2 controller that I just got yesterday. Play a little bit on my Steam Deck earlier that I got just like Tuesday or something like that. I've been playing a crap ton of different games on my Xbox, some classics, fantastic classics, like 50 Cent Blood on the Sand, Dante's Inferno. Been playing that game. It's the first time I've ever played Dante's.
Oh, it's the first time you played it?
What, that game, this is the first time, and I tell you what, bro, it takes you back. It takes you back to the style of games that used to be okay to roll out, because it is something. It's a fun game, but those cutscenes are interesting. And I mean, if you don't mind, real quick, there's a part in the cutscene where dude fell. Oh wait, like I just beat the boss or whatnot. He falls on top of on top of the girl, like puts her arms like down on the ground, and then like it looks like he like kind of like thrust backwards, and then he like thrust up really hard, and it looked like, you know, he was doing what he was doing, right? And then the camera zooms out slowly, and he really just put a knife in her ribs. But I'm wondering if that's the only thing that was in the ribs. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
What game is this?
He's Dante's Inferno.
Oh, Dante's Inferno. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes. Dante's Inferno. It is a good game. I need to go back and get some get my achievements, because I never saved that into the cloud. So that was just kind of like with Witcher 2 and tons of other games. Old fuddy-duddy and didn't know that I could put games into the cloud. So what's going on with the tool, man? What's happening? I see Sonic Ring. I see Childish Bambino. What's up, guys? Ashtray Gaming. Thank you guys for coming through for sure. Share this out. Let people know that we're alive, literally and figuratively. Let's go. Well, so now, since we had one of the longest intros in GRG history, let's move on to somebody else, man. Let's go on to the man, Mr. Rat Venom. Hey, if you guys can go and check into the, now for the members, there's some special emojis that's right there with you. But also for the people that aren't, you know, hey, there's some emojis there that's waiting for you guys. Go ahead and throw some out there. But man, the Rat Venom is here. You know what I'm saying? Since Sir X Man had me call him the Mogwai, don't feed him so he won't turn into a gremlin, because he be just saying all types of wild stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do a Mogwai theme. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who don't love a Mogwai? So anyway, let's go. So Viper, what's going on with you, bro? Man, let people see you. What are you going to do when you're going to get messy? Oh, look at that. Angel Azrael. Azriel. Is that Azriel or Azrael? Yeah, that's Azriel. Angel Azriel 7 donated. Thank you, man. He says, greetings, y'all. He says, hope everyone is having a great weekend. I changed my YouTube name again. Yes, you did. I just the picture looked the same. I thought it was Henosis, but listen, you know what I'm saying? You change your names. I think the law is after you. Wherever you from, I think you are in some trouble. That is okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you supporting the GRG podcast. Keep that going. Anyway, what's going on with you, Viper? How you doing, brother?
All right. I'm here to talk. What?
Oh, no. I'm just like, okay. No. I hear you. You're over here trying to talk too smooth. Like you, it's a panel of men here. There's no ladies here tonight, so come on now.
I don't have to talk smooth. I am smooth. Come on now.
Okay.
Come on. You see this flag behind me? You see this flag behind me?
Yeah.
That's right. I'm a smooth talker. That's right.
I've not heard one Jamaican talk smooth. They usually loud and very. All
right. You're gonna see some of the facial, stuff.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so no, but I'm ready to put these ponies back in their stables. And I got a lot to say because when I woke up this morning, just like you say, this is gonna be juicy and succulent.
Shout out! Thank you for that. Shout out to our sponsor, HelloFresh. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the promo code is in the link in the description. Go check it out. If you see my last video, I did my very first sponsorship. Got my very first sponsorship for the channel. I really do appreciate HelloFresh for giving me the opportunity. I hope you guys go check it out. You know what I'm saying? But man, yeah, as you seen that chicken, boy, that chicken. I'm telling you, I'm copping tomorrow. I'm copping me some HelloFresh tomorrow. I'm gonna make sure I get that chicken with those delicious sweet potato fries. Yes. Thank you for our sponsor. So good segue, man. Thank you so much, man, because I had to do that anyway. So,
I got you.
All right. And last but not least, you finally got to see him, folks. You know what? We used to have a person on the show that we used to call, well, his name was Op. We did not know what nationality he was. Now, I did see him at E3. We hung out at E3. I still don't know what nationality that Op was. So now I'm looking at Dark Optimus for the very first time in ever, and I don't know. What is he? What are you? Tell us your nationality, man. I need to know. No, I'm playing. What's up with you, dog?
Where's your flag? Come on, I got my flag. Where's your flag?
Well, my flag would be like,
my flag would be part Spanish, part Irish, so it would be yeah.
You crazy. So I'm over here talking crazy to you. You like, okay. Look at them eyes. Look at them beady eyes. You look at them beady eyes, man. They moving around, man.
The only thing I can say to that is that I can hold my liquor and I'll be fine. So
okay.
I could probably drink all of you under the table.
No, you can't drink me under the table.
Well, I'm sure I could.
You might now.
Maybe not when you were younger, but yeah, probably now.
Yeah. Now I'm an old bastard now.
But yeah, man, I'm happy to be here, dude. You know, we're on cam now. You guys can see my face, and K Mega's face, and everybody else's face except for Ham. You know, I don't know what's going on there, but you know, we'll see. But yeah, man, I had a stream earlier today of Resident Evil 4. That was pretty good. For some reason, it only went for like 25 minutes, and then it cut out, and I didn't even realize it. I was playing the game for at least like an hour and didn't even realize that the stream cut out. So, you know, there's one part and two parts to that. So go check those out on my YouTube channel. It's Dark Optimus, as you know.
Yeah, I will put them in the community. Yeah, I will put those video. I will not all of them, but I will put the latest video in community. I do that sometimes with Ham Solo. When top stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be every video.
DWG, yeah. I try to do it. Sometimes I forget because I get my mind.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I'm just growing right now. I'm just building my brand, building my community up. So I don't have too many people, about 40 subscribers right now, but you know.
And go support up. Go support. Yeah, and I'm still going to be country, even on camera now, so that sucks. But anyway, but go support Dark, man. Go support, man, the people on the channel. Do that.
The Dragonheart Yobi. Dark is not black. You can see.
Yeah, as you can see, I am definitely not black. Yes.
He got now. He looks more like he's related to Jack Black. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I can come on, man.
It's very.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He got because the beard. You know what I'm saying? The grin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see a little Jack Black on there. You know, I mean, okay.
Yep.
Hey,
okay,
Megan, you might have been around. Okay, Megan, you might have been around. You might have been around during the time around when I have around 40 subscribers.
Yeah, no, man, look, I know what it was like being it. Like I told it very quick. When I first started back in 2014, my very first video, I had it didn't have one subscriber. The guy or I don't know, girl, it could have been woman, man, I don't know who it was, but the first thing, my first comment on my channel, my first video was, "You should quit. You suck."
So, jeez.
Like, damn. Well, you know, hey. Yeah. So.
But you didn't, did you? And look at you now.
No. I did step away for a while, but then I kept. What'd you say?
You remember who it was that said it?
No, it was just some random person. I don't know, you know, who it was. I mean, I did. Now, one particular YouTuber, Jabari, he was clowning because I had only 200 subs at the time. And at that time, Jabari had like over 1,000 or whatever. And you know how, like, at that time, back in those days, like, if you had over 1,000, you was like God tier. Like, if you was anything other than that, like, yeah. So, if, you know, in these circles.
Now it's more like 100,000.
Yeah, 100,000. Like, you know, you got to be on Colton and other people's, like, level to sit there and to be considered to be a decent content creator. But Jabari was clowning my channel clowning me because I had only 200 subs, right? And so I did keep that. I still have that in my old phone. I kept that. That was motivation. I'm like, oh, okay, I got you. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get it. So anyway,
actually, I think you've surpassed that. So.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to approach 5,000. I'm a little bit less than 500 away. So. And we gonna get there. We're gonna keep it moving, because now I'm gonna drop that. But anyway, without further ado, let's go and get into the topics.
Hit the like button.
Hit that. Subscribe. Hit that like button, please. All right. So this going straight to Dark on this one because he has a lot more information about this. And usually, I don't take topics from the next podcast from Xbot 448. It's just a respect thing. It's not like bot trips out or anything about it. But the conversation was so good. I was like, yo. And I need to know more about this so we can talk about it in more detail. And of course, hear what the rest of the panel has to say about this, because I want to kind of address more than just what Dark is talking about. But tell us a little bit about the last Ronin. There's a game that's going to be developed. Paramount has got an undisclosed game studio that's going to be working on it. It's going to be a AAA. But it's called The Last Ronin from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and comics. And it's supposed to be very dark and gritty. Tell us more about this, man, and your thoughts about this whole situation.
Well, I mean, the Turtles have always been dark and gritty in the comics. The TV shows and the movies have kind of lightened them up just for, you know, kids' sake. You know, because they're owned by Nickelodeon now, with the rights to like movies and stuff like that. But yeah, the Last Ronin is basically what happens is there's a war between the Foot Clan and the turtles, and all the turtles get demolished. Shredder's, gone. Splinter's gone. Everything gets demolished, right? Except for one turtle, which is the last Ronin, and he, man, dude, this game is true. So I mean, this game is coming, and
Yes.
it's in development.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
man, this game is gonna be amazing, dude. Like, I can't wait for this. Like, I'm super ecstatic for it, because if you haven't read The Last Ronin, they really tell stories in a way where the story is really told in a way where it's like, damn, like, man, like, this turtle has gone through hell and back and is still fighting to to save the world, even though he's lost everything, right? He's lost his brothers, he's lost his father, he's lost everything, you know. And it's set in the future. It's set, like, I think, like, oh gosh, what was it? I think it was like 30, no, like 20 years or something like that into the future, somewhere around there. And it is, like, the storyline is just so incredibly well done, and the art style is really well done, and the the um the brutality is really good. Like, I mean, there's moments in it where you're just like, dang, like, that dude he just cuts somebody's arm off or head or whatever. He's just, it's brutal comic, but the story is um very good and very detailed, and really well written. So that's why I think if they do this game right, and they give us that brutality, they give us that great story, they give us that, what uh, us fans are expecting from a Last Ronin game. I think it would be, um it's going to be probably one of the better games that we get this generation, if they do it right. And I know they're touting that it's like God of War, um but I kind of want to know what God of War is. It 2018 or is it old school God of War? Because if it's old school God of War, then we're gonna get a good game. We're gonna get a good game.
That's the one.
We're gonna get a good game.
Yes.
If it's 2018 God of War, we're still gonna get a decent game, but it's not gonna be the way that the the story kind of plays out, because there's so much maneuverability in the turtle, and in the turtles in general, that it would just not make any sense for them to do it without him being able to do the combat that Kratos could do in God of War 1 through 3. Like, it has to be that type of brutality and that type of mechanics where you can just jump around and do a lot of cool things, because not only is he using um his weapon, but he's using all four brothers weapons.
Yeah, that's
So,
when I guessed on which turtle it was, I was thinking, and he was like, no, that's not the turtle. And I was like, oh, and then when I looked at the picture, I was like, oh, he got all of their weapons. Okay.
He's got all of their weapons, right? All of their weapons. So he's using all of them. And then, we get into, there, I don't want to spoil anything, because I know there are people out there that haven't read the comic, and there's people out there that haven't, really been into it, because it's not for kids. Like, this is definitely the more adult type of Turtles. If you haven't read it, or you haven't checked it out, drop everything that you're doing and check this out, because it is absolutely fantastic. And I'm absolutely shocked. I was shocked yesterday that they were actually going to make a Turtles, a Last Ronin game. I was just like, what? I was like, are they making the turtle game that I've always wanted? Even though it's not all four of them, it's still going to be the one that I wanted, because of the fact, if it is brutal, it's it'll be really close to what the comics are, you know. Um, so I'm ecstatic for it, man. I can't wait for the game. I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like. No, I can't wait to see the art style. Hopefully, they kind of go with the art style of the Last Ronin comic, um, or even maybe that old school style, like in certain points, because there are certain points of the um the comic where they actually go into the more old school style of the Turtles comics. So that right there will be a very interesting thing to see, is the what where they go with the art style and everything. If they make it like how games are now, where it's graphically heavy, um, that's okay too. You know, that's fine. Um, but it has to be, like I said, that brutality has to be there. If it's not, I think fans of that storyline are going to be really upset.
The person from Paramount did clarify that the game is going to be mature. It's going to be a single player.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so that
Okay.
so that part right there, I
didn't
think
see
you could be
that.
really. Yeah, no, I read it. It was
Okay.
off of what was it? ENG or VG, but it's
VG27.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. There's so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, VG27.
Yeah, I know, dude. There's so many of those
many.
game websites. It's hard
Yeah.
to keep them all track.
I was reading it last night after we talked about it on next podcast. So it was yeah, they clarified it and they're already developing the game as we speak.
Yeah.
It's just that but that's the question. What kind of God of War are we talking about? Talking about 2018 where it's 28. I think what they're talking about is like graphically heavy
great.
like that.
It's a great game.
And great combat.
You know.
Yeah. Story, you know, it was a little tender, you know, seeing Kratos tender, you know, I don't think nobody wants to see this turtle be tender towards anything, especially through the traffic that he's got going on, right?
Why you guys
He's
like
not
that?
going to be.
Listen, you know, Kratos was
not
tender
going. He better not be, because in the comic he's not like that. You know, like he's very like I've lost everything. What the heck are you going to do for me if you know? I don't want you out in the battlefield.
And he's still getting hunted from the Foot Clan. So I mean that's
and everything.
Yeah. So yeah, that's awesome. Want to give a shout out to some people up here, Michael G. Oh, go ahead.
Which the city is run by the Foot Clan at that point of the
right there.
Yeah.
All right. Big shout out to Post Up. What's going on, Sleepy Goblin? I'm glad you're here. You know what I'm saying? Paulie, what's going on, man? Fahim, glad to see you here, man. Also, Michael G, John Wolf. Man, thank you guys for coming through. Of course, Kiri, you know what I'm saying? We always appreciate when you come through, Miss, and and I know you was over there looking at Berserk, Berserk, Band of the Hawk. I just stumbled upon that game, and so I was like, this game is wild. Yeah, so anyway, really cool game. But Michael G, thank you. He was saying, so like, he says, how's it going, guys? I like super small channels. I hope you guys grow. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. But all right. Anyway, let's go on to the panel. Viper. So this is of course, give us your thoughts about what Dark is talking about with this game. Does this game sound like it interests you in any way, shape, or form? But I'm going to ask another question with it. Is a game like this needed, especially the climate that we have right now, where there's a lot of games that some people feel that aren't as mature based and as heavy? Do you feel it's more heavy on emotion instead of being heavy on gore and, you know, other things? So do you feel that we need to get back to having games like that again? And does this sound like an original IP that is definitely needed as well? So on all of that, what do you think, right?
All right. So in terms of original IP that's needed, yes, it is needed. The story is fantastic. I mean, I'm not gonna give it away just like Dark, but it is my favorite turtle that actually survives. But unfortunately, it's not the correct weapon that he has. But at least he uses the weapon of all of the turtles, so that's actually a good thing. But he is my favorite turtle, and man, it is. mm, I would love to see this in the original God of War style, or just like in this Deadpool game that you're playing on the screen.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I love this Deadpool game, and you know what? What if they had the last Ronin just like this Deadpool game, where yeah, you're going in
Oh
this
no,
3D environment.
you'll
People,
never get when they make a new Deadpool game. It will not be like this, man. If you
Yeah, it won't
already
be
if you
like
see
that.
some
no,
of this
no.
gameplay, Lord have mercy, that is not going to fly, Jack.
Well, I'm just saying, if the last Ronin was like this, and then you
Mm.
had all the enemies coming at you in this 3D
Oh,
environment, and yet you had the gameplay like the God of War of the original God of Wars, then I think it would be fantastic. And yes, I want to see an M-rated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I I don't know how people don't evolve from what they grew up with. It's like we're adults now. So, yes, I understand that, the nostalgia factor of seeing your childhood stuff coming back, but now I think we all need to grow up just a little bit. You can keep the kiddie version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the younger generation, but now for us who grew up, give us the adult version, because I think that a lot of these IPs, and I'm not just talking about video games, I'm talking about cartoons, talking about just characters that we grew up with. Maybe we want to see the grittiness. Maybe life wasn't all the cheery stuff that we grew up with, and now we want to see something that's much more realistic. And I really do. I want to see this dark and gritty Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, and I honestly think that they got a winner on their hand if they pull it off. Now, if they don't pull it off, I'm gonna be a little bit pissed.
yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, but you're not even going to give them A for effort. I
Um,
mean, to attempt to make a game like
No,
this,
we
I
got to
get
see
it.
it first, man. We
Yeah,
have to see
yeah,
it
yeah,
first.
yeah,
We
yeah. I
have
mean,
to, because it's such a fantastic, storyline, and it's, probably one of my favorite storylines in the entire TMNT um universe. So it's just like, I mean, there are other storylines that I really love too there, um but it if it goes back to that, the way that the turtles were introduced to us in the comics, then great, even if they have like flashbacks in the game of like that weren't in the comic but were, flashbacks of like the old comics from the original, the original turtles where they were wearing all the red masks and stuff. That would be awesome if they did that. It's just,
yeah,
they just have to do it right. And Viper, from what you're saying, they have to show us, they have to
right.
show it off to us.
I mean, it's just like, say, for instance, you know how many people are diehard Trekkies or diehard Star Wars fans, and then you saw how the new the new trilogy of Star Wars really disappointed a lot of the hardcore fans. That's what we don't want. What we want is like with Star Trek, like the new Star Treks that came out, the movies, people enjoyed it, people loved it. They said, "Oh yeah, it stayed faithful, but it came with a different vibe that people enjoyed." That's what we want. We want something that's going to stay faithful to what you had, and it comes with a new vibe. And that's what the last Ronin is. So if they mess this up,
Yeah.
they're gonna be roasted by a lot of people.
Yeah, especially if they go in that Platinum Games route that they did with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that they did. Yeah,
you
Riper
know
knows
that
what I'm
game is
talking
like $300 to $500 to try to get. Like that's crazy. Like I just wanted to
For
just
what?
because for the Platinum Games Ninja Turtle because it got delisted. So
Oh, yeah,
usually
yeah.
like games that get delisted, they kind of change up or whatever. But I don't know what's going on with you 108. But I don't know, man. I still have faith because when people hear that, like when there are people that listen to podcasts that are in the gaming industry, developers and also executives, when they hear what you're saying, and I get what you're saying, I get what you're saying, but the problem is that when you first start talking about, well, if this doesn't do this, that feels like that put a lot of pressure instead of giving them their freedom just to put out what they feel that is necessary. It's the same problem that Halo has had, and hopefully they'll get out of it and just do what they need to do. But I get it. No, I mean,
wait. Yeah, here's the thing: you have to start off with the source material. That is the main thing. Start off with the source material first. And then if you want to take some liberties, make sure that you can explain it properly, because when you just go left field and just do your own damn thing, then you're going to piss a lot of people off.
Well, no. I'm talking about the source material. But okay, let's just say, for instance, okay, like, let's say that graphically, it's going to be a AAA, but graphically, it just isn't hitting. But the story is fantastic.
That's fine.
Could you
that's
really,
fine.
Okay,
as long as
but what if the graphics is really popping?
And story is there, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, but what if the story is not as impactful as you want it to be, but it's still good and it's graphically just a monster.
Tight. Yeah. And graphically, it's a monster, and graphic and gameplay, it's a monster. Like that's fine. I mean, if the story isn't there, we have to have at least not like story is fine. Like, you know me, I love story. I love story games. I love that type of stuff. But as long as the gameplay there and the graphics are there, it's fine. Or even if the graphics aren't there, but the gameplay and the story's there, great. But if they don't have gameplay, then I think that would be the biggest downfall for that game, would be the gameplay right there. If they don't have that, brutal, type of stuff, where you're doing things that you can't normally do in real life, then it's almost as if, why did you even make it at that point? Because the comic is so, loved.
I want to see him chop off heads, chop off arms, chop off legs. I mean, if he got to do some circumcisions or whatever, he needs to do something, because I want to see brutality. I want to see blood squirting out of every little orifice. Come on, bring it.
Damn. All right. Okay.
Even if it's animated, even if it's like that comic book style animated, Remember that one game that was on the Wii? I think it was called the Mad World or something like that. It was supposed to be like the Gears killer or something like that, or the Gears clone or whatever. But even if it's like that, where it's 7. Kind of
or even
like
13.
Right. 13. If it's like that kind of brutality and stuff, good, awesome. It's just kind of cartoony looking. It's fine. As long as it plays good and it and then the story's there and everything, and is there, I'll be fine. I'll be okay with it.
Now give me Hellblade vibes. Give me the Hellblade graphics. That's what I want. Turtles with the Hellblade. Come on now. Come on.
That'd be nuts. That would be nuts. I mean, Unreal Engine 5 has shown that there, and we'll be talking about GDC here, but don't sleep on the Unity engine. You know what I'm saying? I know Don is not the biggest fan of that engine, but man, the stuff that they were showing, absolutely fantastic. But anyway, let's go ahead and hear what Ham has to say, because Ham has probably just been sitting there chewing on his sprigs, even though he's not from Oklahoma. What do you think, man? What do you think, brother? Are you excited about this news? Did you hear about this before? And are games like this needed again, to where we need that mature content without any type of fear of pushback from certain people, because these type of games aren't looked at as suitable anymore?
So I didn't know. So I've seen the whole thing about it, but I didn't really connect the dots, because I don't know about all that stuff with the whole turtle versus whatever thing. But hey, that sounds hella interesting. I ain't gonna lie, that sounds super interesting.
Yes.
Drop everything that you're doing right now and read that damn comic. Damn it.
Yeah, read the comic. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Hold on, let me read the super chat. Right fast. 108 Dragons, man, appreciate it. He says, anyone heard from Jim Ryan today? We were going to discuss that next after we get done with this, man. But no, I don't think anybody's heard from any of the Sony fans at any level today. I think it's been very, very quiet. We'll have to go to our PlayStation correspondent on location here in LA, Dark Optimist, to see if there's anybody out there that's been doing anything. But other than that, come on.
I should get a tie. Just
yeah,
so then I can do that, you know.
But Ham, go ahead, brother. Sorry about that.
Ham, you okay?
Is it my turn to go again? I mean,
yes, I just was reading the super chat right there. I'm sorry, man. That's it. I knew that's what he was doing while he was waiting. I knew he was going to just shut up for a minute and not say nothing. But go ahead, because we do. I just did interrupt him. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
every time.
Every time.
If
it's not me, it's going to be Sir X-Man or somebody else. I'm sorry.
Ham, what do you think of this? But hold on for 15 minutes while I go on this random thought.
Okay.
We'd love to hear from you, though, but we'll hear from you later. But anyways, to get back to the topic, yeah, like I said, I'd really love to see something like that. That sounds really interesting. What I thought was extra interesting is how RG Viper is kind of describing what he would like to see, and I thought it was funny that K Mega kind of was like, "Whoa," about it. He was just like, "Whoa," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, my headset died and I had to turn it back on. I was just hoping it connected properly. But anyways, so I thought it was funny that he was like, "Whoa," about it, because it's just like, yo, I just got done describing Dante's Inferno just a little bit ago. And that's how games were. Is super crazy wild. You're talking about like the earlier what was it, God of Wars, and how you hope it's something like that. I mean, yeah. You were talking specifically about should we make more kind of games like this, or are we missing out on these kind of games? Yeah, we are. It'd be great to not have only emotional like kind of games and have like some sort of, because some of these emotional games aren't really up our alley, or they may not go the like everybody has their things that they like to see and certain things that they don't like to see. And, I don't care where you stand on any of it, but like some of the stories within gaming and stuff like that, you can almost anticipate what's going to happen. And it'd be kind of nice to have some sort of game that's just so off the wall or so crazy that you just have no idea what's going to happen or whatnot. I thought Last of Us, as of recently, did a pretty good job of bringing back that kind of like, wow, like that's way out of pocket kind of stuff happening, right? What would you say would be like the most new game that was wildly like, just like, whether you liked it or not, it was like out of pocket?
You're going to see gameplay of it. It was the first game that I was going to show, but then I started the podcast late, so it got skipped over. But I'm probably going to go back to it. But I'm going to let people watch this gameplay for a little bit and then go back into it. But Most Wanted is definitely old school.
You mean Wanted Dead?
I mean Wanted Dead. Why did I say Most Wanted?
Yeah.
Wanted Dead is so old school.
Need for Speed.
I am thinking of Need for Speed.
He's like, I need a car game. I need it. I
know, right? And so it's like, wow, it does bring back that nostalgia. But go ahead. That's the game I think of.
Okay. How about you, Dark?
Oh man, I don't think I've played a game in a long time that was like that, man. To be honest, like I don't think I go back to the classics, but it's just we haven't seen them. We haven't seen those type of games. I mean, like K Mega said, the Wanted Dead was probably the last one that I saw that I didn't play, but saw that it was very similar to that. I want to play that game, but I'm playing other things right now. But yeah, it's just we do definitely need those type of games back. I think those crazy over the top.
Before I round out my point, how about you, RG Viper? What's the last game that you played that came out as of recently that was out of pocket?
Oh, I'm thinking of another one too. I think of another.
Recently that's out of pocket. I'd probably say High on Life.
Yep, that's the one I was thinking too. I was like, yeah.
That's not out of pocket.
Yeah.
You don't think that was out of pocket?
That game is not out of pocket.
Really?
That game is not out of pocket. No, it's
not. Are you
not.
serious?
It is not. That is not the kind of game that you sit like High on Life is, or not. Oh, you said High on Life. I'm sorry. I was thinking of.
Are you thinking Hi-Fi Rush?
No, yeah,
come on.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, yeah, no. I was like,
no.
what?
Oh, wow. Yeah, High on Life. That was out of pocket. I mean, Conker's Bad Fur Day.
No. That was a fantastic. That's actually a fantastic use of what I'm talking about right now. What I'm getting at is look how well The Last of Us did. It was controversial, sure, but it had that out-of-pocket feature in it where you're just like, bruh, what the hell? And whether you liked it or not, you witnessed it, and you didn't forget it, and it hit you some type of way. And whether you like it or not, you're still possibly interested in a third one if they come out with it. High on Life. Most popular Game Pass game to drop when it did. Ever. Because it was wild, weird, and out of pocket.
True.
There needs to be more games that take this wild approach and stop, I feel like there's so many games that want to be out of pocket but are nervous. In my opinion, I thought Forspoken was one of those. They wanted to do something wild, but they pulled it back and then it made it awkward. So I totally think, because if you take the whole dialogue thing away and maybe some of the issues that it had with PC, and if they would have actually showed off what they showed earlier in development, like, the game is fun to play. But seeing that the direction that they kind of went with the story, and then what followed that was some kind of rough looking gameplay, and then what followed that on top of that was just a horrible, like, kind of, or I don't know, in my opinion, and from what I've heard, is just not the most fun story to sit around and listen.
I played.
I think if they went all in, I think if more games were not scared to just, kind of cross that line sometimes and just be original to who they want to be. I mean, we could sit back and say the same thing about Halo. I mean, if people are sitting back saying, "Oh man, he's just being an Xbox fanboy," we could say the same thing about Halo. K Mega said this plenty of times. Why are you listening to what everybody else is saying? Do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do.
So yeah, I'm 100% with thinking that we need more wildness, creativity, whether it's inappropriate, appropriate, or as edgy as possible, whatever. I just think to make your game pop, you need to have something worth you need to have something worth it in there. Make it pop.
I totally agree with you. 100%. And I didn't interrupt you at all this time while Lemon was just being extra disrespectful.
Yes,
the
he was being very disrespectful.
The messy,
very messy right now.
The slander really, is super delicious over there. It's so tasty over there in Brooklyn. So I'm just
wait,
Lord,
no, not just tasty, it was succulent.
Oh, me. That's it, baby. Anyway, all right. So let me get to these super chats. These messy super
I'm
chats.
Just looking at these super chats right now. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, man. What a man. Appreciate it.
You gotta start on this first one.
I'm like, ain't no way Lemon's talking crazy about what I'm saying right now.
He's talking trash.
He's on a whole other subject right now. He's ready for the next
he's giving a great segue because we about to get on to that. But he says the CMA said Jim is a flight risk. Oh my God, the messy boy. 108 Dragon says Jim got demoted to the mail room. Oh my God. And he this one says Jim's was a dermatologist, said his skin. Yeah. Listen, I'm educated. Do you not see that thing back there? That don't prove nothing, but that's just saying, you know. I'm glad. Stop it, dark. Stop it, dark. Oklahoma education is satisfactory. Anyway, Jim.
I mean, I have two of those, and those don't matter, you know.
It doesn't. No, you don't. I'm a truck driver, so that should tell you that it don't mean shit. Okay. Anyway, so Jim's dermatologist said his skin issues came from Xbox. Bro, you're disgusting. You're horrible. Why are you being so messy? God damn. Anyway, but I love it. Thank you, sir. I mean, I was gonna say Sir X-Man. Thank you. 108 Dragons, man. Because you know what? If Sir X-Man was here, it would be extra messy than extra. And Sleepy Goblin, I don't know if you went in there and looked into the emojis, but man, we got a new assortment. And before when I leave tonight, I want you to throw it out there. For the members out there. If you see the emojis, the new emojis, there's a pants off, dance off Mogwai. When we get out of here, you're gonna have to throw it. Hey, and hey, I got another one. Succumb to the throat needle. It is the throat needle. It's a Mogwai getting stabbed in the neck with 2 darts. It's fantastic. So listen, you know what I'm saying? Yes. All right. There you go. Yeah, that right there. That's Dizzy Mogwai. That is Sir X-Man when he is telling you when he's saying, "Let me clear my throat." Anyway,
he just looks he just looks dizzy. He just like
let me clear my throat. I want to get it to where when he's not here. I'm still working on that. I didn't have enough time. But I want to put pictures of when people aren't here, or if like somebody don't have their camera on, I'm going to put a picture right there to represent. So Ham, you got away today.
That'd
anyway,
be great.
Hey, it's going to be great. You know how we are at GRG. We're going to be messy. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's get to the CMA stuff. So CMA is giving the green light for Microsoft Activision deal. What should Sony's next move be going forward at this point, since it seems pretty clear that this is a done deal. This is about to happen. So I'm going to go to I'm going to hey, Bunty was in here, so Bunty
the
man,
messiest person on this podcast.
Yeah, Bunty's right there. Look at Bunty right there, man. He says much respect to the crew and the panel and the big up. He said the yard man. Yes. Oh. Did that work? As a Jamaican?
No,
did that sound?
No.
Did that sound great? Did that sound fantastic?
No. No.
Okay. Well, anyway, Mr. Messi, do you need to? Okay, so he was a little scared to show his face when he wants to be messy. So we can also, if you want to get extra messy, you can just turn your camera off and we can just see your logo. And just go from there if you wanted to get extra messy. But I mean, you know, you want to get extra messy. You go,
oh yes.
This man here. First time you guys seen this man, this is so, oh my Lord. Okay. Just go ahead. What do you think, man? First off, seeing that the CMA is giving the green light, What do you think about that? And then, what should Sony do? What should Sony?
I think.
Oh, we got rotated. This camera came on and we got rotated. We got rotated. Ooh, we got rotated.
Now it's going to get even more messy tonight.
I was scared as hell because I was like, when this man turns his camera on, are we going to be all over the places? Am I going to be on top of dark? Pause.
No, you're like on the other side of me.
Yeah, am I going to be on the other side?
You were next to me. Now you're on the other side. You're next to Viper.
Because I knew it was going to happen. That's why I can't let people just jump in. That's why I lock it down now. So if people got to let me know, hey, I want to come on to the show. All right, because
is there a way to fix that though? Is there like a way to fix that to where you don't have to worry about that?
not from what I'm using. If I want to use something different because I'm using Discord, if I want to use StreamYard, something like that, I ain't got to worry about it. But I wanted to try to be different, go through Discord, see how this works, and so we're going to just work it like that. But it worked perfectly. Yes. Hey, Mega. Anyway, all right. So, Mr. Messy, Rat Venom. What's your thoughts about this news that we got this morning?
This ain't no rat venom. This ain't no rat piss. This is some snake venom right up in your veins. Come on now. Now, let's see. The CMA just came out today and said, we were wrong. We made a mistake.
Turn you up a little bit.
We were wrong. We made a mistake. And so, with the new evidence that we found, Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard King will not be a detriment to the console market. Thus, Sony, you a lying bitch. Okay? We weren't your friends to begin with. So, Microsoft can go forward with this. We still gonna check into the cloud because we that's a new market. That's something brand new. And so we don't want Microsoft to start off with a monopoly in the cloud market. But for the console purposes, Sony, you ain't shit. That's what the CMA told them. And what Sony's going to do, they're going to have to pick up their draws, and then they're going to have to go right to Microsoft, begging on their hands and knees. Oh, you still got that 10-year contract?
Ottomus, looking right.
You got that?
I need to go get a beer. This dude's wild.
I know right now. I'm just gonna be like, well, it's just time. I'm okay.
I should just.
Y'all better sit back and have
you know it was going to happen. I didn't know what if the rat or snake venom was how it was going to come. But
I feel like I should just sit back and get high or something. Shit.
I mean,
please continue with your slander.
All I gotta say is that all this lying, this crying, this flying overseas, meeting with regulators, trying to lobby, and then now, in addition to that, the FTC is investigating your ass for being a monopoly, calling Japan to say, hey, how's it that they got 96, 98% in the market? What are you doing to fix this? So, I don't know. Sony made their bed. Now they got to lie in it. I mean, come on now. What's going on? How is it that big bad Sony, Mr. Number One in the gaming market, crying? And now, I don't know. Getting all kind of hot in here. We need to take off our shirts here.
Well, let me hear your thoughts about. Yeah, no, we don't want to see. No, y'all don't want to see no man breasts up in here. Now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, nah. We ain't trying to do that. We ain't got no ladies in here, and y'all gonna talk to me. If one of y'all take one of these shirts off, you are out of here, Jack. No, Benito
never
Clayton,
invited to the podcast ever again.
Yeah, ejecto si cud. I see man tit. It's over. I see man suckling. It's out of here. Yeah. All right. So let me read the super chat before I ask you the second question again. Viper. Shout out to 108, man. Yeah, you killing it, bro. He says, shout out to Bunty Escobar. I think that's how you say that. Fish King. Escave? Is that Jamaican?
Escobar. It should be Escobar.
Escobar. Maybe he just typed really fast.
Yeah.
So anyway, regardless, shout out to you. It was like Brooklyn. Anyway. What is Sony's next move now? Now, you did say that Sony should be going to becoming and approaching Microsoft and is like, look, man, let's go ahead and work on this 10-year deal. Do you think that Sony is still going to play the waiting game on this? And what approach should happen now? Because the PlayStation community is going to demand to have something. It's not going to be on the level of Activision, but something big and major. What Sony's next move should be?
So there's a few things because there was some stuff in the CMA documents that they did not retract, and it was about putting COD on PlayStation VR and supporting that. So they probably might ask for some more concessions in that, where, okay, you're going to support PlayStation VR with COD. You're also going to make sure that the Rumble, the trigger stuff, they want
haptic feedback.
The haptic feedback inside the controller. They could be trying to ask for whatever it is, but they want to make sure that the best place to play is going to be the PlayStation. That's what they're going to want. So even if Activision Blizzard is going to focus on the hardware of the Series X and S and utilize velocity architecture, utilize the mesh shaders, the variable rate shading, all of those things, that's the full RDNA 2 suite, they're going to focus on that. And remember, Sony doesn't have the full RDNA 2 suite. They got 1.5. So most of their stuff that they're doing is software based. Microsoft is all hardware. So when you're going to focus on the hardware, that means you have to do a completely separate thing on the PlayStation side because they're all software based. So what I see is they're probably going to put it in a contract where they make them work a little bit harder to make sure that the PlayStation version is the best version compared to the Xbox version. And so they're gonna fight a little bit more because it's inevitable. This is now over. Microsoft and Activision Blizzard King is now together. So don't expect Sony to lay down quietly on this. Yes, they're going to have to submit. They're going to have to bend the knee because you just messed with the behemoth, okay? You woke the sleeping bear. So they kept on poking, and now, yeah, they're basically, Microsoft is at their neck right now, and they're pleading for their life. So I actually think that they're going to continue to try to negotiate with Microsoft. This time they will answer the calls from Bobby Kotick and everybody else. And shout out to Lulu. Yeah,
shout out to
Lulu kind of
Lulu
she
beast.
got this thing rolling. Yes.
Hey, have you now seen Aaron Greenberg been getting up? You know, big Aaron been getting out there, man, been flexing too now. Like, I mean, is Lulu rubbing off on the Xbox?
No. Time out. No, time out.
Okay.
Are you referring to that Red Dragon thing?
No, I'm not. Maybe K Mega is.
Well, no, it just multiple. Aaron is not only just went after Red Dragon, but he's been setting it straight multiple times. Now, I mean, Aaron is always Aaron, but usually people look at Aaron as Mr. kind of goofy because he puts on the little character from Ori in the Blind Forest or whatever and all that. But but he's been extra spicy here lately. Extra spicy. Extra.
Well, he was spicy with the Red Dragon before all of this. He was spicy with the Red Dragon.
I've never seen Aaron drop a never. As many years as I've been on YouTube, I'm sorry, not YouTube, but on Twitter, or anything. It would usually be like if Mikey Barrow would say something, but not Aaron. Aaron would kind of stay out of it and leave it alone. To where somebody will post propaganda like Red Dragon does, and then Aaron just came in here and was like, "Nah, bro, nah, it ain't happening." I think there might be a Lulu effect popping off, man. I think that Xbox is. I think that they're kind of letting them kind of set their tone. Like, I mean, Aaron, Aaron got that dog in him, but they put a leash on him to where he couldn't be that way. But I think that they're just kind of like, you know what? You know what? Nah, man.
But expect when Spencer leaves, you're going to see a much more doggish Microsoft. Because Phil Spencer's a nice guy, and he's
who's going to be in charge?
Let me see. You could either have Sarah Bond.
Peter Moore is going to make a comeback.
No. Peter Moore ain't coming back.
I think Peter Moore is done.
He's gonna have tatted legs this time.
Diametric is coming back, guys. Diametric is coming back.
No, don't you dare put that juju on him. The hell no.
Oh no, Diametric.
Don Layden's gonna come into Xbox and finally put an end to Jim Ryan once and for good.
Once and for good. Oh man, that would be something.
You took my job.
Incredible.
Oh shoot, Viper.
Shocked and surprised.
Okay.
If they, can you hear me?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, but I was surprised to see streamers. Well, what the hell?
You look like you.
There we go.
Pretty
The stream's back up now.
Yeah. That's that Chicago internet out there, bro. I tell y'all, big city internet cats, man. Y'all tripping. Hey, watch now. My shit's gonna cut off here in about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. I'm doing good.
We can't have all that country internet, where you're stealing your internet from your neighbors and stuff like that. K Mega. All right, we don't have all that here.
That's not me. You see, everybody else is going fine. That ain't me. What are you talking about? Anyway, that's funny. Go ahead, Viper. Please finish.
That.
Uh-oh.
You gonna tell Loke to get off of his Xbox?
Hey.
Are you over here? You botting a little bit. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you.
No.
Botting a little bit. You look like Stevie Wonder right now.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, he does look like Stevie Wonder right there. Listen to that. Oh my goodness.
he going to town.
That boy is in some max head space
right now. Taking us to church.
Yeah, okay. Keep going.
He's still going. Look at him.
Yeah.
I know, he's still going.
Now you look like he at the barbershop. He look like he at the barbershop off of Coming to America.
Like he just ate something that was just nasty. Like somebody else is cooking. Somebody brought some stir fry or something over there to the barbershop, man. He just took a bite out of it, man. Lord, he said, "This shit is gross."
Really rap with that Freddie Jackson.
Yeah, that boy stuck. That boy stuck.
That's good.
Oh shit. Anyway, okay, so we'll get back to you. Yeah. My brother is stuck in time right now. Boy, Jim Bryan said, "Nah, you ain't gonna say any more slander on my name."
You're
Yep, there you
slander
go.
me no more.
There you go. So at least it's just me and him right here. I'll tolerate the craziness and then wait for him to come back. So I apologize, but this is eventually out of all the times. But you know what? It's different when you're trying to do cameras and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just be half and half
It
right
is
now.
a lot more bandwidth.
Yep, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna what the next thing they're gonna say, K-Mega's so big he take up 2 screens. Anyway, all right.
I mean, more like 3, but you know.
I'm not even on your side. I'm right here. I've just got this. Got me on the other side over here. Anyway, all right. So
is that why the camera's higher up than it is lower down?
Yes.
So it makes
you taking up
at least we're not showing man tit. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. You know what I'm saying? Get that Chicago internet fixed, bruh. Y'all got rid of your governor. Go ahead and get that internet right, man. Anyway, so let's go to you on this one, Ham. Same thing. Hold on, I'm gonna get a call from. Is he calling me? Don't call me. Fix your shit. That's all right. Just hop back in. We'll just be looking goofy here on this right side. It still looks good on the other side.
Can he hop back in?
Yeah, he
can
hop back
down,
in,
right?
Yeah, he can hop back in.
But I thought you had it locked down, so where nobody could hop back in.
No, see, that's the thing. That's why I can't have people just hop in. Like if let's say like Lemon's in there, and like him and Lemon want to just hop in, or if like if Sir X Man he would just came into he want to hear this conversation and he just want to hop in, the camera's going to go crazy. So that's so it's locked into the position of what the screen's going to look like, but it's not. But if it is a lefty, it's gonna do this. So hopefully he'll come back, reset his computer, and pop back in. But anyway, Ham, your thoughts about the whole CMA situation now? They look like that they were the biggest proponents against Microsoft, and now they have definitely softened. It seemed like they've given the green light. What does this mean? And on top of that, what should Sony's move be going forward? Because this is a massive deal. You got a big smile.
Oh man. I mean, hey, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad. Are you mad about it?
No, I'm laughing at 108 because he said, damn, Mega's in 2 states there.
Yeah, he two-faced right now. He two-faced.
I wanted to try to fix this. I knew it. First show. I knew it. God damn it. I knew it. Go ahead, damn.
But all in all, like I'm excited about it. Oh man, just exhausted from talking about it.
It's not talking about, this is new news. This is we're not talking about so much about like that. Like, I mean, it's more about Sony making like what can, because if you don't want to talk, because I know Dark is tired of it too. That's why I asked the second question is, what do you think that Sony should do now? Since now it pretty much seems it's official. So what should Sony do right now?
I mean, just sign the dang thing, you know? I mean, I feel like, and I described it this exact same way on Lemon's show. We did a pop-up show last Wednesday. And I was just like, Sony is like Microsoft is driving this car. And they say, everybody, all right, it's time for everybody to get out. We going in here. We're going to work on something. Yo, Nintendo got out the car. Ubisoft got out of the car. Boosteroid got out of the car. Nvidia got out the car. Sony's still sitting in the car seat like, I'm not getting out. At some point, Microsoft's just going to be like, all right, well, we're going inside. You can stay out here. Be mad. That's kind of the way I kind of look at the whole thing at this point, because it's weird that it like at first it was kind of like, okay, I get it, Sony. And then it's like, yo, like, I understand you're like the whole leader, but yo, like, this is not yours anymore. You didn't spend your money to buy them. And keep in mind, Microsoft, and I said the same thing on Lemon's show as well. They didn't headhunt. They did not headhunt Activision. Activision was hitting up people's doorsteps like freaking Jehovah's Witnesses.
Goodness. Now I gotta fix it back. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying,
keep
though?
Going. No, keep going. I'm listening. Just now I'm trying to bring Viper back.
So I'm just hoping that they just go ahead and sign it and just get this thing over with so we can get to talking about what we should be talking about in its new exciting games and stuff like that. If you're mad about it, do something about it. And in my opinion, I'm kind of in the same crowd with Microsoft when they say, yo, make your own game. 10 years is enough. Figure it out.
Yes.
And Microsoft and Sony has some pretty interesting games coming out. Sure, it's not Call of Duty, and I get it. Call of Duty is that billion game in 10 days or something like that. I get that. But yo, you kind of started you kind of started the fight when you decided that you were gonna make things exclusive, make things harder to get on Xbox, yada yada yada. And as my brother Loke said, he said this quite some time ago. He is like, if a motherfucker come up in, or he said, if you walk up to a motherfucker and just hit him in the mouth, you cannot be mad if they shoot your ass.
You cannot. You can't.
And that's exactly like Xbox was getting hit in the mouth for a while. They were getting hit into the mouth to the point where they were literally about to get TKO'd. And they just was like, you know what? I'm tired of this petty fight. I'm dropping the bag. And they did it. And now people are acting like you dropped the bag and you're taking stuff away that could have possibly been ours, even though it wasn't completely in development, or even if it was in development, yada, yada, yada. And it's just like, bro, like, Stellar Blade was in development and you went on ahead and took that, and you guys have nothing to say. Final Fantasy, nothing to say. Forspoken, nothing to say. And what's crazy is you own none of these studios. So how is it crazy that I go to the store, purchase something? Why do I owe you anything? Bought it. I'm offering you something that's more than you should have expected. So that's my whole take on it. Like, I'm done right there. Like I said, it's exhausting, but I always end up coming back to the exact same conversation, which is this right here.
So you think so? What big moves did Sony try to do to try to counteract? Because you know the fan base is going to demand it. They're not going to ask for it. They're going to demand it. Because it's
big moves they should make. I'll tell you right now. What big moves they should make. What they should do is a day and date on PC. Do that. That would be fantastic. Do things that are outside of just a video game to get your to get out there. Get your cloud thing going on, and make it more easy to just hop in and play. Oh no. Here go Viper.
Here I'm back in 2 states again. All right.
But yeah, because he was frozen for a second there.
Yeah, he was frozen for a second. I seen him, and then he posted. He's like, "Oh,
yeah, he just was mean mugging for a hot minute."
Yeah, he was mean mugging serious. Like he didn't like anything that you were saying. I'm just gonna stay in 2 states for a minute.
I had to just look away while I was talking. I was like, I can't. I mean, he already made me grab the beer and the tequila.
I knew
from
it.
his speeches.
I knew it. It's GRG, man. I knew it. Nothing could go smooth. Nothing could go smooth. I was like, oh shit.
Every part of this show is messy. Every part of it's messy.
Every part of it. So now I'm in Chicago and Oklahoma. Man, that's just what I do. K-Maker's so big. I can hear the fat jokes right now. K-Maker's so big, he in 2 states. Anyway, go ahead, man. I know. But what's his Sony do? What should they do? Because I didn't hear everything.
Yeah, like I said, so release the games day and date on PC. Like, you're not putting it on Xbox. It's going to PC. Just do it. Get yourself a dope app on the PC, which I think they're actually working on, probably. You know what I mean? Get the rewards over there on the PC and whatnot. That'd be like the trophies and stuff like that. That'd be great. For the love of God, figure out your PS3 games and get them native.
Thank you.
That would be wild, but absolutely like a killer. It would be an absolute killer if they did that. As much as they bragged about, we believe in generations and moving on, yada yada yada, they clearly, start bicycling backwards on that when they decided to make a, back compat squad. And then they decided to come out with that Game Pass like subscription service, which includes PSP, PS2, PS1, and more PlayStation 3 games on, for stream or whatnot. But yeah, like, I just think there's a lot more that they could do just to spread themselves out more, because I think in terms of games and like being sought after as a company, I think they're fine. Call of Duty or not, I think they'll still continue to live on and be good. I thought the whole Jim Ryan saying that they're gonna fall apart without Call of Duty, I don't buy it. I don't buy that at all. They're just too big, too powerful, and to be honest, I think right now is the moment where they should nut up and be like, oh, okay, well, I guess we got to make something of our own and take advantage of that and market the hell out of it. Saying, oh, well, this isn't ours anymore. This isn't our, choice. We're making a new dope game. Here comes SOCOM. Or, just something. You're not going to, your first 2-3 games probably ain't going to beat Call of Duty. Maybe in 4, 5, or 6 though, because I hate how much he makes it sound like it's impossible to beat Call of Duty. I hate that argument. I hate it.
That's horrible.
Because it's just like they act like Call of Duty just fell out of the sky and just became massive and huge. Like, it took a couple generations for Call of Duty to grab what they got right now. They really didn't like get crazy dope. Like, they were crazy dope during World at War?
Yeah.
But Bud, when they dropped Modern Warfare 2, it was lights out. But nobody remembers the games before Modern Warfare 2. Nobody wants to bring up Finest Hour and all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Nobody wants to bring up those struggles back in the original Xbox days with those games where it wasn't even multiplayer online. So like, you got to start somewhere, but the whole thing is like, I feel like Sony at this point, they got to try, and it's interesting for us watching. And what Jim is making it look like is that he doesn't like that he has to put more effort in, which, sure, I get that from a company standpoint. None of them like to do that. Sure, they don't want to put more effort than they did prior. But at the same time, this is a testament to your ability to be as great as you are calling yourself. You're literally in commercials calling yourself greatness. This is your moment to prove it. Take advantage of it. I'm out.
Agree. What about you, Dart?
That's a good question, right? I mean, like, what is Sony gonna do now? probably just do what they've been doing, right? Like just do what you've been doing. And then if Call of Duty, is no more on PlayStation, then, you know, figure it out. I mean, I don't know what they would do or could do to offset Call of Duty because all Call of Duty is so big, like it's such a huge franchise. And then also, I don't know how they're gonna offset all the other Activision games like Overwatch and Diablo and World of Warcraft. Like this is huge for Xbox when they get this. I mean, not a matter of if they get this; it's more of a matter of when they get this now. With this whole thing, um, I think it's just I don't really know what Sony's going to be able to do. Um, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it because I mean they've been trying to create multiplayer games for a long time that haven't done as well as these other games. um I just don't know how it's all gonna come what's it gonna come down to. you know is Sony just gonna say, we're gonna bow out, or are they gonna stand up and fight? It just depends you know
Uh, So, Fahim, you're saying what's
Do
going
you,
to
you mind
slowly
if I
die?
answer something?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I wanted to answer Other Zinc. I was typing it out, but I'll just read it out. It's quicker that way. I was writing back to Other Zinc because he said, how is Sony able to make a Call of Duty when they can't even make a Halo killer in 23 years? And my answer to that is they haven't been trying.
yeah
They haven't been trying. They gave up and depended solely on third party. They said, hands off, we're done making this because we're just going to use these games that are already established to milk off. And we're just going to make these crazy deals where people want to come over here and just forget about the other team. Now they're in a position to where they actually have to come outside and try. And this is, I mean, whether you're a huge Xbox fan or PlayStation fan, I'm not talking about you, Other Thing. I'm just saying, like, whether you are in general as anybody in this audience tonight, you can't deny that Xbox getting this deal and it being pushed forward is really interesting and possibly just you're living in one of probably, if not the most transformative time in gaming.
Very,
yeah
very.
it's definitely going to be interesting to see when this deal goes through, what's going to happen to um because we know what will happen with Xbox. They're gonna be okay. um Nintendo will probably still do their thing. um PC will be fine, but it's really going to be interesting to see what Sony is going to do, and what is going to happen there. Because you know we haven't seen any of the games that they've touted that were going to be like the next type of multiplayer experience um that players are expecting. Me personally, I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about multiplayer. But I think it's going to be interesting to see where this goes from here with Sony.
Yeah, no,
Do you agree or
I shouldn't say
disagree
Sony.
that
I should say PlayStation, because even though Sony is their parent company, they're kind of they kind of do their own thing, because Sony does more of the technical, you know, TV, things like that type of stuff, than PlayStation has
curious?
building and department and everything. So
I got a question for you, Dark.
yeah.
Do you think, like, just guessing, obviously, do you think that in hindsight that this is good or bad for Sony as a fan, not talking about Jim Ryan in the pockets of all those guys. I'm just talking about as a pure fan in being like, whoa, Microsoft has that now. Do you think it's exciting as a Sony fan to be like, man, I wonder what they're going to pull out of their creative hat?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, to see what they're gonna do with that, it's gonna be exciting. I don't know what they're gonna do. Of course, no one does, but I think it really comes down to, you know, are we are they going to continue? Because I mean, you know, you heard them say before, like, oh well, we kind of do our backing for our first party off of Call of Duty, you know, which is I think is ridiculous, but
I mean, to admit that sounds stupid.
Yeah, that sounds.
To admit that sounds stupid.
Yeah.
I rely on my buddy's business to keep me in business.
Yeah,
that's literally what they just said.
Right.
Yeah,
that sounds like, wow, that was a dumb idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So
Now,
it's going to be interesting to see what that entails, because if they don't, if they start coming out with their first party games and they're not polished like we're used to with the PlayStation, of course there's going to be a lot of backlash. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, what the hell happened, Sony? And they're going to be like, well, we told you that, you know, we make our first party games off of Sony, and if that comes out to be true, that's going to be bad for them. That'll be definitely a very bad thing for them.
You would think that true. You think that they were just doing a lot of lying. They're doing a lot of lying, a lot of.
That's what I'm hoping, that they're just flubbing around.
I'm honestly hoping that too. That sounds
you know,
insane.
just saying stuff to say stuff just to get this deal to not go through. I'm hoping that is the case, that is the truth, but you know, time will tell to see if what they do and what happens, and you know, it's exciting for the future though. I think all of it's exciting. I mean, for Microsoft, you know, for Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo and PC, I think it's exciting for everybody right now in the gaming industry.
Yep.
Imagine Nintendo saying we're relying on Square Enix to stay.
Right? Yeah.
Or we're relying on Platinum Games to.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. That's why I was like, when I heard that, I was like, "Are you high? Like, are you me on a Friday night after GRG? Like, what are you doing over there?" like, you know? And I'm just like, I'm like,
an absolute
what's
mess.
going on? You know, like. It doesn't make any sense, man. It makes no sense. Why would they even come out and say that if it's not true, or which I'm hoping it's not.
Well, this is what made me look at this situation, and I was at 98% that this deal was going to go through, and then I dropped it to 90 because I was like, well, Sony is being so hard on, you know, they're coming right at Microsoft, and they're going straight to the CMAs. I understand that Jim Ryan is got a friendship with one of the people that on the board, but at the CMAs. But I was thinking that they were going to have more to offer, in order for them to try to make this deal not happen. Okay, so he's back. Good grief! All right, let's see.
After
you thought me entering the party was crazy.
This is gonna be crazy if every week is like that.
No, it can't be like this. It's gonna be like,
I don't know how to.
It can't be like this every week. Because if it comes down to it, he just won't have a camera. He just gonna have to put, you know what I'm saying, just have just the what you call it. Yeah, I mean, bro. Oh man. Let me try to figure. Okay, you guys talk it out. I want to try to figure this out. Jesus Christ! All right.
Yeah, but
hey,
you there,
Welcome
Viper?
to my life, K Mega.
All right. What did you say, Viper?
It's not my fault. Xfinity there's an outage right now.
Okay, so do you know that the outage is?
Yeah, I got Xfinity. Yeah, I got.
Thank you, Rangy, for
1 gigabyte download speed, but there's an outage right now.
Makes sense.
Back
What were you saying, Ham, before you were rudely interrupted by K Mega?
Oh,
I don't even remember.
Where's he at? Where are you at? I don't even see you.
I was on fire, and then I just forgot everything.
I know, man. You're always on fire, and then all of a sudden we're just like somebody interrupts you.
Yep.
Oh, that ain't gonna pop. How you gonna just take my spot now?
My goodness.
I all the time, man. All the time.
Why don't you turn it into landscape or landscape?
Pretty soon here you'll get used to it, K Mega, and you'll be able to do,
Yeah, I could just do it like I'll just do it like that.
Do it
with it. Yeah. I'll just do it like this. It'll just be ghetto as hell. Because if that shit goes out again, just be ghetto as hell. Just do it like that, man.
Rain says he has AOL.
AOL. Let's just be ghetto with that.
Dial-up. He's got dial-up.
He got. That shit's going like that right now. That shit purring. That shit singing. All right, and man, you gonna move me out the way?
Literally just turned on his Xbox, but in the background.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So, he turned it.
He stays representing.
How you gonna split with me? Split with Dark or Ham? Oh my God. I'll fix that
thing. So
no, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm only looking at Discord. I can't.
I love it.
What's going on?
Yeah, I love
These
it. These
brothers is close.
We real close. These brothers is too close. Too goddamn. I'm gonna boot you away like a dirty old season. Where are you at? Get out of here. Get out of here. Boot you like a dirty old season. Get your ass out of here. You do not belong here.
Stuff.
Let me get you out of here, sucker. Get out of here, you dirty old season. Get! This is my square. This is my goddamn square. Anyway.
Oh man.
And who would have thought, ladies and gentlemen, that GRG tonight was going to be a tutorial on how to work on Discord and OBS. This is fantastic. Okay. All right.
I thought this was a tutorial of Slip Space Engine.
That's messy.
Listen, my stream is working. It's handling all types of craziness right now, man. So I'm just let it be. Anyway, Ray G4 said the GRG bearded podcast. That is true. Everybody has a beard on here. Yeah. What's crazy too is this, right? Like, all right, so this is a weird thing. Like GRG at one time, right? Like before. After the ladies left, it was Livewire, me, 108, 100, and Bloody. That was the most light-skinned podcast ever. Like, you didn't have a lot of like people say light-skinned brothers are just gone, but you came to GRG, that was just light-skinned kingdom. You know what I'm saying? For any ladies out there that like them light-skinned men, we were there, right? It was all there, right? Now it almost seems like now look at this. Now we have beards. There's always something that's connected here. But back to the topic. I think that I thought Sony was going to have a better opportunity to present themselves something that was stable and thorough enough for them to go out there and to really challenge this deal.
A real argument?
Yeah, they didn't have anything. They just came in there and started crying, talking about this big bad company.
Yeah.
They got more money than us, and look what's going to happen. They're going to shut us down. That is crazy. And so I asked a question. I made a poll on Twitter today asking a legitimate question: is Jim Ryan's job in jeopardy? What do you guys think? When this deal happens?
So.
Yeah, you think so? What about you, Ham? You think Jim Ryan's job is in jeopardy after this? Because the bigwigs told him to.
Maybe.
Yeah, the bigwigs told him to act like that.
Maybe. And the reason I kind of think that is, so Brain's telling me no, he'll be fine, but My heart right here is telling me, man, they might want to kind of rebrand. They might want to rebrand a little bit after this, just so because it's a little weird keeping somebody in such a high position that just took a world record L.
Yeah.
And like what I mean by that is this is the biggest acquisition in history. And it happened. It's like being Craig Elo going versus Michael Jordan right at the end. And he hits that game-winning buzzer on you. Oh. And now Cleveland hates you. You know what I'm saying? It's like that kind of thing where it's just like, man, you just got yammed on so hard and that lost us the game. You're traded. You're out of here. So like the more I kind of like put it together mentally, I'm just thinking, man, this is a real possibility for him just for the fact of this is embarrassing. And when embarrassing things happen, changes are made. My opinion.
I got you. Okay, so Fahim, let me ask you this question.
He said I lost my mind.
Yeah. I think he's saying that you lost his mind, that you lost your mind. But
I like Fahim. He keeps it real.
I would think that. I think Fahim, are you saying Jim Ryan's lost his mind, or are you saying that Ham has lost his mind? Because honestly, Ham is being right on point. Like, I mean, that's why I'm really thinking that there's a possibility that this man's job could be in jeopardy once this deal comes through. And let's just say Sony's sales numbers for their exclusives just still aren't hitting like they were during the PlayStation 4 or during the like, let's just say that the Final Fantasies aren't sustainable like they were. And Spider-Man, which I can't see that. I think if there's any title that's going to surpass the first game, it's got to be Spider-Man. If Spider-Man 2 does not sell, if Spider-Man 2 does not surpass the first Spider-Man, there's a problem. There's a massive problem. I just can't see that. Like, but well, for the Final Fantasies, if those games aren't selling at a high clip, they sell, but they're not selling at a high usual clip that normally that we see Sony likes to brag about. Is Square Enix going to get picked up by Sony? I mean, what? I mean, there's a possibility that there's a lot of pushback here. That's deeper than just Sony just going out there just acquiring studios. I think that if they don't pick up their sales, because that's usually their biggest like selling point about what only if they only just sell consoles and they're not selling their software. Something's up, like because Call of Duty, all that access that they got, Call of Duty's still going to sell on Microsoft, but I mean on Sony, and they might sell more Call of Duties on PlayStation than they do on Xbox. But the problem for Sony is that they're going to have to give that money, give that percentage to Microsoft. They're not investing that back into anything else for PlayStation. They don't have those exclusive. That exclusive content that they were once having when they had to deal with Activision. That's out the door. That's done. What? Like, I'm really asking a legitimate question. Like, I know Sony's going to have to really try, but damn, is Sony going to be in a position to where they're looking at this as like, damn, our big titles ain't selling like that. God of War didn't outsell the first game. Horizon Forbidden West didn't meet expectations. The Last of Us, you don't hear them talking about The Last of Us at all, the remake. Gran Turismo, we ain't heard no sales numbers about that. Spider-Man is the one. Spider-Man is the one. Because I mean, Final Fantasy is going to sell well, but I don't think Final Fantasy is going to sell like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that they'll still hit the same numbers that like Final Fantasy VII Remake did. I don't know. Do you think I'm crazy? Do you guys think I'm crazy with what I'm saying?
Yes. So what I want to say is that
okay, all right, okay.
the fact is that Sony is coming out with some live services games, right? So if those live service games can hit, they can make that money so that they can fund their first party titles. Also, if they utilize Bungie the right way, they might have themselves a version of Halo for themselves. All right, so they got Bungie.
Sony's never going to make a Halo.
Utilized it.
I don't even know why that's even a discussion. Sony is never going to make a Halo.
No. Their version.
They're not going to ever have a version of Halo.
Basically, no, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're going to have their franchise of their so-called Halo because of the fact that it's Bungie. Bungie is going to provide them with the story. They're going to provide them with the combat. They're going to provide them with their so-called expertise. So the fact is, like I said, they're going to have their version of their Halo. So if they utilize Bungie to the correct extent, I can guarantee you that they can have the money that they need to come up with a good competitor. And also, don't forget, they still got SOCOM, they got Medal of Honor, they've got Resistance, they've got Killzone. What they could do, have Bungie split up into multiple teams. Have them provide their expertise to these different companies that they currently have. And then what you do is you take the IPs that they've got and you create a killer app for PlayStation. Multiple killer apps for the PlayStation. And then once that is done, then you have your money, you have your competitors, not competitor, but competitors competitors against Call of Duty. Because once you get that, then you can say, hey, we don't need Call of Duty. You may be making Call of Duty money, but we have our own competitors to your Call of Duty. We've got a competitor to your Halo. We've got a competitor to, what's another first person? Oh, we got a competitor to your Doom. We got a competitor to your Wolfenstein. They can easily come back and say that, but they're not thinking that way. It has to take these armchair CEOs on these podcasts to tell them that. So Sony needs to get up off their ass, stop thinking that they're invincible, stop thinking that they can, just tell people, hey, you're going to have to buy our system if you're going to get greatness. You're going to have to buy our games because we're the best. We're number one. They can stop money hatting games from other companies. Get up off your ass and do something. You bought the company that you need to get those live service games. So do something right now. Either adapt or die. Microsoft said, we don't want to die. We've got the money. We're going to go ahead and we're going to invest and we're going to get the studios. We're going to get the games and we're going to compete. They woke a sleeping giant. They're competing right now. Sony has to get up and do something. I thought that the competition is what was going to make Sony better. All these fanboys were talking about how, we want Microsoft to do better. Okay, fine, they're doing better. Don't complain that because they're doing better and they're about to kick your ass that, oh, you ain't competing the right way. Oh, really? So Sony needs to get up off their ass and start competing. Plain and simple.
I get what you're saying, right? But there's two things here, and I'm looking at what Fahim is saying as well. And yes, Medal of Honor is EA, X-Man. But there's a problem.
Oh, okay.
There's a problem here with this, Viper. There's a problem. Microsoft, you just named 3 games. I didn't even put Doom or Wolfenstein or Outer War or Gears.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? That's just those four, right? Dishonored.
Right.
Like it's a wrap. It's a wrap on that department. Now listen, PlayStation is going to have to rebrand themselves. Dark, you're going to. I know you're looking crazy at me. You're probably watching the gameplay of One and Dead. But
no, I'm looking crazy at you because you're a crazy man.
I am crazy. Yes. Okay. But no. Listen to my reasoning. I'm not trying to be. I'm an Xbox dude, but I always try to be objective. I don't try to just come out and say, "Oh, PlayStation just sucks. Hate them. Let them rest in piss." I'm not like that. My thing is this is my situation with that. They have to restructure themselves because they have their PlayStation fan base, and you're one of them. I mean, I'm a PlayStation fan too. I buy their product.
I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Man, if you found out how much money I spent on this,
you see how he's got to defend himself now.
I did, man. I spent money on them bastards, man. Like, I mean, I spent money on Sony. I spent a lot of money on some games this past week, 2 weeks.
Perfect.
But that spring sale was ignorant. I couldn't. I looked at myself like, man, Kareem, you got to stop, bro. What are you doing? Anyway, all right, so. The thing is this, they have to restructure and make the Sony fan base think differently because they aren't online multiplayer fans except for certain genres of game. I mean, certain particular on Call of Duty, Battlefield, Fortnite, and a couple of other, and Apex Legends. And a couple of other like free to play, Genshin Impact, Final Fantasy Online, stuff like that, right? They're not going to just jump on anything that Sony just tried to do. If they come out and they try to do, they try to bring back Killzone and try to make it multiplayer and stuff like that. Will the fan base jump on it like that? Will the stance that constantly talks about single player experiences and nobody cares about pews and all that start changing their narrative, which most likely they will, but start talking about, oh my gosh, man, that new multiplayer SOCOM, man, that was so fire, bro. That's gonna.
If it's day and date on PC as well.
If it's SOCOM or something like that, or like Killzone or anything like that, of course people are going to be jumping on it. People are going to be jumping on it
Resistance.
day one.
Are you
or
sure about
even
that? Because Killzone's online is not working. It's done. Finito, Titans, it's shut down.
That one, yes. That
that was the last one.
But that was I mean, let's be honest, that wasn't a good one. It wasn't a good Killzone. Killzone 3, 1, 2, and 3 were good. Killzone 1, 2, and 3 were really good.
Really good.
And 2 was probably the best one out of the trilogy. But the last Killzone was hard garbage. Okay, it was just nothing but just trash in the streets of Oakland. That's what it was like. Okay.
Damn. Okay. Wow.
I know because I've been up there, so I know what it looks like. But it was just, it's just, I don't, from what the way
it's so
I
messy
see it
back there. See, this is why we don't need camera for certain people. Look at this man over here. this man been messing up the podcast.
I know.
With that faulty ass
messing up the podcast.
Dial up internet. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? You got me in 2 states, man. Lemon over there clowning. Talking about I was in Chicago and I was in Oklahoma because the camera started shifting. It's funny. Anyway. No, but look at you. You over here playing. You so messy. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This man, I swear.
But all I'm doing is using that as a background.
I know. I got
that crappy console, but
it ain't connected to the internet, so I can't play anything offline. So
okay, but I think Sony's kind of in that position to where they have a good opportunity to show people that they can make multiplayer games. They have a good opportunity to show that that they can win maybe not overtake that market, but kind of compete in that way, right? Um, it's a good opportunity for them to do that. Will they do it? I don't know. No one knows. We don't know until they actually do it, right? Um, I mean, they do have. I mean, what did they do? Just not that long ago, they announced factions. They said some stuff about factions too. That and it's basically like a standalone game and all that stuff. So you know, if that game comes out and it's hitting on all cylinders, I don't see why um PlayStation gamers wouldn't gravitate towards it. I mean, I'll probably play it when it comes out. I mean, I'm not objected to multiplayer games, but I'm not completely for them either. I'm just kind of like, if a good one comes out and I want to play it, I'll play it. Like Destiny. I mean, I used to be a pretty big Destiny player, and you know I played that for a while. I played that for quite a long time, So, um, I think if they play their cards right and they do what they got to do to keep that fan base happy, then it'll be fine. But if they don't and they go the other route where they don't do that, they then they're going to go the way of Sega, you know where they're just publishing games or whatever. Or
You know,
maybe even they might even just bow out and never make a console or a game ever again,
I
unless
just
they get
don't.
bought out by somebody else.
Yeah, no, I just listen. I feel that factions could be great. I mean, the last there for the Last of Us. I even enjoyed the multiplayer from Uncharted.
Uncharted 4, yeah, I love the
Yeah, I thought it
Uncharted
was fun, right?
multiplayer.
But
It's fun. Yeah,
but they die on the vine over there,
they
and I
do.
just
Well,
and
well,
so
I think it's
that's
because they're not updating them like Call of Duty does.
no, no,
Excuse me,
and that's what I'm saying. Like they got to
or things
restructure
like
because,
that.
but
Yeah,
that's my point. They have to rebrand themselves, not structure, rebrand themselves as being as being that type of console, and it's not.
yeah,
They branded themselves as being a single player AAA big budget graphical console, and that there's a strong fan base for them for that. But if they start trying to be like that, there's going to be people that I feel that's going to look like, oh, they're trying to. And if they got anything that's going to be similar to them, if Bungie makes that's similar to Halo, I just don't feel it's gonna work. So they got to be completely
yeah.
original with that. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
I'm
well,
not trying
that's why I
to
think.
say that. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's why I think they have factions coming. They got
Yeah,
we
facts.
know that's coming. That's coming,
Right.
right? So that's a different type of game, and I think that game is going to be something more along the line of Destiny, where you kind of have this hub world where you're kind of going to, and then you go into your multiplayer matches and stuff like that, and then it's almost kind of like a almost MMO light kind of thing, going on with it. Um,
Do you
but
think the factions is going to be third person or first person?
it'll be third person. They'll
Yeah,
keep
most
it
likely.
to that. They'll keep it to that. But then we also know that they got a game in the works with Deviation Games, the guys who came from Call of Duty over to their own
Hmm.
studio. So we got that. We haven't seen anything from it, but we know that that's coming. We know that's coming. Then Jade
And Jade
Raymond,
Raymond student,
right?
yeah.
That Jade Raymond's got some stuff coming too. So I mean, I think they'll be in a good spot. It's just I don't think they'll completely waver or anything from everything they've kind of built themselves upon. But time will tell on that.
Yeah, yeah. That's the question. I mean, because it is going to eventually come to where Call of Duty is likely will probably be exclusive. I don't think it's past the 10 years, might be 20 years, but I just feel that like it might. Okay, yeah. But hey, I mean, they might not. They might just say, look, man, like Minecraft. I don't ever see Minecraft as not being a multiplayer. So Call of Duty can
I'm gonna
simply
answer
be a
other
cash cow.
things. Let me answer on the Zinc here. He said factions. What makes people think factions will be good? No pedigree. Well, you didn't know that there was a first package then.
Right,
Because
there
factions,
was a first one.
there was a first one, and a lot of people played it, and a lot of people loved it, and it was Naughty Dog. So I'm pretty sure the game's gonna be on par or even better than what they originally probably
it's going to be
intended
their
for.
best.
Yeah,
So and with
Very
them
good.
having a
What do you guys-
show, with them having a show, this is like the perfect time to capitalize on stuff like that. Like you got to
It's
show
true.
they're working on season 2. The first season was really good. Some people didn't like some of the episodes, but I feel like even if you didn't like an episode or two, you still kind of agreed, like at the end of the day, that this is a video game adaptation. This is pretty good. This is really good compared to many other video game adaptations.
So what do you think is this? Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No,
That's pretty much
I
done.
was saying, what do you guys think the style is going to be for factions? Is it going to be the original with just better graphics, or you think they're going to come with something new?
Well,
I
I thought
think game as a
I thought
service.
Destiny. Like I said earlier, I said Destiny kind of style. Go ahead, man.
I think it's gonna be like if we thought. See, and I'm gonna be real. I've never played factions before. I never had the chance to try that out at all. But I've definitely seen what it's like, and people, sneaking under cars and then sneaking up on people and getting them, and it looked really realistic and pretty dang cool, right? But what I think they're doing with this one is that we we may see them kind of strike at, this may sound silly to some people, but this could be their first attempt at kind of weaning themselves off of Call of Duty. This could be attempt one, because as long as they've taken to make this game, it's insane.
Yeah.
This game was like we've known about this game coming out since around freaking The Last of Us 2. We've known about this game for years. Working on it. It got to the point that Halo Halo got announced. Did not come out when it was intended to. Came out, was super slow with content. Now they're doing decent, and we still ain't got a faction. like that's how long we've known about factions being in the works. So that's why I think that this game, although we clown on they don't have that, they only gave half the game, yada yada yada, I think there's a big reason behind that. And I think that this game is going to be much bigger than people anticipated.
Oh yeah.
The promising part about it is just like many other games that failed. It's all about how you roll it out, and they got to roll it out proper if they want to make change off of it right away. And I think if anybody can do it, I mean, I've always kind of given Sony their props on marketing. I think they can do this.
Oh yeah, they can do it. I mean, they can market it and everything, but I just they have to rebrand themselves, and I don't know if their fan base is willing to change. I mean,
everybody looks at the whole call.
No, they're gonna change if PlayStation comes out and tells them to do whatever they want them to do. If they tell them to jump off a freaking bridge, these people will do it because you know why? They're huge fans of PlayStation. I'm telling you, I see you shaking your head over there.
I mean, he knows this, so
Viper,
I mean, damn.
But I've been in this PlayStation community long enough to know that these people will ride or die with PlayStation, whatever that they do.
They'll ride or die with PlayStation, but I do not see PlayStation changing because them Japanese, they're stubborn as hell. They don't want to change. Look at the situation that they're in right now. And it's because of them being so damn stubborn. That's why they're in the situation that they're in. So
I disagree with that.
I mean,
I think they've changed a lot I think they're one of the more liberal types of people. I mean, maybe we're not talking about like religion or something like that. But when it comes to making money and going with the flow, I mean, Japanese are willing to do that do that thing for that dollar, man. They got some interesting stuff.
So what I'm saying is that if you look at the like the model that they have right now, you know how they wanted to stick to that model of console sales. Okay, but it took Microsoft to say monthly active users before you wanted to even jump over there, because you saw that monthly active users was what was going to push your stuff over the limit. Being on PC, they didn't want to release on PC. They want to keep it exclusive and closed off to the box. Now releasing on PC is making the money, so they're like, okay, now we gotta go to PC. So the fact is, it takes for them to make money or lose money before they actually do something. They will be stubborn until it affects their bottom line, and then when it affects the bottom, and so
we're currently seeing that.
Right, exactly. So that's like I said, if none of this stuff happened, Sony would not have changed. They would have kept on doing the same thing that they've always been doing and saying, if it ain't broke, don't
they got to
fix
work
it.
at it now. They got to work at it now.
Yeah,
Microsoft is actually now flexing. Nintendo has been doing very, very, very well. A lot of people may not think about Nintendo like that, but Nintendo has been killing it. So yeah, no, it's serious. But we got to move on, man. Like we're not going to do all these topics, but at least want to talk about just want to hear what you guys thoughts about GDC fast.
Yeah,
wrap it up, but I do want to ask you guys about. I wanted to talk about the criticism. We could talk about that, because it'll pop up. But I do want to talk about this. And this is just only about Hogwarts, but from the article. But this is about just overall in just gaming. I mean, the percentage for people completing Hogwarts Legacy, and Hogwarts Legacy has only been out for a couple of months, but a month and a half, whatever. It's only at 25%. It is a hit sales wise, but in the article it said something weird about like there was people that were stressed that the game is stressing. And I've played it. I've only gotten so far. I'm just now finna go outside after I learned some moves, talking with the teacher and had to learn how to counter and all that other stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I play a lot of open world games. I'm trying to figure out how could that be stressing, for one, and then two, like, do you think that this is a bigger problem, a bigger issue with just other games in general? Because maybe the games have gotten too big, or maybe people get caught up into the hype and then they lose interest right after a couple of hours into the game. What do you think that the problem is of why people aren't completing these games these days?
I'll tell you what. The problem is that they are going back to school, and these people don't want to go back to school. And so that's what's stressing their asses out. They're like, I got out of school, and now I got to go back. Plain and simple. It ain't about the game.
So everybody going back to school?
Go back.
Everybody.
Yeah. I'm talking about, when you're in Hogwarts, you got to go back to school.
Oh shit! Come on, stop that.
This man's out of his mind.
I was like, man, this man. I said, Sir X-Man ain't here tonight, man. You over here taking over.
No, I mean, all right. So, seriously, the thing is that it's probably just too big of a world for them, and they're so overwhelmed that they want to see where they can go, what they can do, because this is the first time that they got that true Harry Potter game that they've always wanted. So yeah, you may not have a completion rate, a high completion rate. Maybe, yeah, some people just breeze through the story just that fast. But you've got some other people that just want to sit in there and they just want to marinate in the whole experience of being a wizard. I mean, that's what most of these Harry Potter fans wanted this whole time. So I I can see how like a lot of them want to not just finish it right away, because let's look at a very good example. Um, let's go back to Skyrim. Who's the one person that you see online? And I know y'all gonna catch on once I say who it is, but who's the one person you see online that's always telling a story to her grandkids? She call all of us her grandbabies, and she's constantly giving you a new level of storytelling in the Skyrim universe.
No, I have no idea who it
I
is.
don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay,
I've never beaten
so
Skyrim.
okay, fine. So
I
you're
don't like
one of the
Bethesda
people
games, so
okay, so what? So everybody calls her the Skyrim grandmother. She's I think 86 or 87 years old, and she's still playing Skyrim. First name is Shirley, but I forgot her last name. But she's always playing Skyrim on her PC. She's telling different little stories and making up different stories and making people gravitate to her channel so that way they can feel at home with her and then be put even further deep into the lore of Elder Scrolls. So, I mean, the fact is that even Bethesda picked her up, and they're going to put her in Elder Scrolls 6. So, I mean, the fact is she has that pull with the community, and then she keeps those people engaged in that story.
Got to do with what I'm asking.
Freaking Don, man. He's just like, Viper, stop tilting your head back. I don't want to see your nose.
He's looking up your nose.
I can't. I'll have to lean on the shit. I have to lean because I'm
Don
holding
is
the phone
real
with my
particular
hand,
about
so
certain
I
shit,
gotta
man.
put
He's
my arm somewhere.
over here looking at your. He's over here looking at your nostrils. I don't understand, man, bro. Get to working on that damn computer so you get back online.
Boogers, no boogers.
Oh hell no! Well, go ahead, continue. Because I mean, I don't. You losing me with. I'm over here feeling overwhelmed because you keep talking about this 87-year-old woman. What's going on here? Where's the kick back into the topic?
Okay, so but basically,
yeah, I don't even remember what the topic is.
No, it's about
I'm just thinking about 87-year-old
woman that plays
going
Skyrim
through the woods.
Yeah,
killing
like
the
I mean,
dragon.
You know what I'm saying? Did she make the story of the Three Little Bears? I mean, what's going on here, bro? What's happening?
No, that's exactly what she does. I mean, the thing is, people want to be in that world, and they're not going to complete the game if they can continue to stay in this world without having to go through the main storyline. They're going to go on side quests. They're going to go to different parts of the world, and they're going to try out different things, and they're going to live their wizarding life with the game, and they're not going to try to finish the story until maybe later on in the year. I mean, so yeah, if you only have a 25% completion rate right now, and you say that most people are dropping off, those 25% are the ones who dropped off because they finished the game. The rest of them, they're staying in the game and they're not going to leave or complete the story because they want to experience that wizarding life.
The article also said that there was a lot of people dropping off. From developers.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the reason for it is because the reason that it's dropping is because there's so much stuff to do, right? There's a lot of side content to do there. There's the story is only like 40 maybe not even 40 hours. Like you could get that done. Like you could totally do it. The thing that caught me is when you said that that what did you say? You said something about
thinking about 87-year-old women, aren't you? Damn.
no, I'm thinking about Don and his stupid comments, man. It's just Don over here making me laugh with his.
Don said his camera's on his belly. Don's stupid as hell. Oh shit.
No, you said something about gosh, what was it, dude? I really wish I could remember it.
The engagement of that people are falling off of the game, or that people are stressed out by it.
Stressed out. The stressed out part. When you said something about the stressed out part, I'm like, how? Like, how are you getting stressed out by this game? Like, it makes no sense. Like, I could see like you feel overwhelmed because there's a lot to do and there's so much to do in it. I look at that as like a good thing because then that means you don't have to buy another game for a while. You don't have to focus on anything else for a while. You have time, I mean, okay, yeah, maybe, you're working, crazy amount of hours, but no one told you had to go out and buy that new game that's coming out. No one told you had to not finish Hogwarts Legacy. Like, no one's doing anything to you. You're doing it to yourself. That's why when I hear people say that they get stressed about video games and stuff like that, I'm like, how? Like, it makes no sense because these are supposed to be things that are supposed to be fun. And if it's stressing you out, maybe you shouldn't play video games. Like, maybe you should go to a different game. Like, don't play something that's going to stress you out at all. I get that, but I don't get how it's stressing them out. Like, I don't get, because I mean, yeah, maybe I could see with the controls, maybe like how if you want to switch like the magic,
there's a lot to try to figure it out.
You have to, you have to figure that out. That I could see where that could be stressful, but I look at that as a challenge to do for myself to do, to figure it out, And I know not everybody thinks the way that I do, which is thank God, because we would be a race of lizard people or whatever. We
what's going on?
I was gonna get,
bro.
I knew I was gonna get kicked. I knew it was, but we it just wouldn't be, that's the thing. I loved the game. I thought the game was fantastic. I thought the game was really well done. I spent like, I think over 70 hours in that game. Like, it was so good. Like, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. But like, to Viper's point, I agree. I think, most people are probably just, taking their time with it and really enjoying that game. Maybe not a huge majority of people are doing that, but I think there are people out there that are just taking their time and enjoying it and not stressing about finishing the game because they love it.
Great point. Ham, did you have anything that you wanted to say on this situation about people not completing games at a high percentage? I mean, especially it sounds like mostly with because I would like to see because I think what the Witcher 3's percentage was less than 10%. So I would like to see what Odyssey.
But that was a much bigger game, though. Like, that game was so much bigger. Than
okay. So Hogwarts, so Zagazazu, Abracadabra is not bigger than.
It's not as huge as The Witcher. I mean, The Witcher had so many different.
You need to say it like that. Hold on, you're on camera, bastard. You got to say it like that. The Witcher. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear it.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying like that. It sounds like it sounds like it's
in the game.
It sounds like you're trying to.
If you played Witcher 2, it's in the game.
It sounds like you're trying to, sex up my ears over here. Okay,
no,
that's what it sounds like.
Oh my God, it's in the game. If you played Witcher 2, the man says it. It's the Witcher. That's how he says it.
He does. That is true. You're right. He does say that. He goes, the Witcher. You know,
there
it goes like
See,
that.
there you go. There we go. Come on. Ham, can I get it? Can I get a witch? Can I get it? Can I hear it?
Ham looks so annoyed right now.
Ham, come on, let me hear it, bro.
Like,
let me hear it.
So had it with you guys.
Oh my god.
Can I get a ham? Can I get it? Can I get one?
No. Because this happened during my turn to speak.
Oh shit. Okay,
here we go
Ham.
again.
Go ahead.
Ham, what do you think? Sidebar.
Damn. Okay.
10
minutes.
damn
Let me throw it
minutes.
to the subscribe. To the shout out.
My bad, Ham. My bad, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Man, yeah. It's like each person on the panel just takes a turn. It's ridiculous.
Oh, so we calling you the door now?
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Go ahead, Ham. I'm sorry, man. Well, you take so long because you be slow
what you're
talking
calling
and
me
shit.
is respectful.
Well, no, you be so slow because I mean now we on camera and I'm wondering like sometimes you seem like you got to gear up to say something like, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I'm ready to go.
Shit out, man.
You're still talking.
Talk. Okay, I'll shut up.
He's not wrong, K-Mega. You're still talking.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so yeah. I thought it was funny when I seen this because I'm just like, man, this game is huge. And to the average person, I feel like they put too much emphasis too early on completion numbers, especially when at one hand they want to talk about casual and how important they are, and then on the other hand they're like, oh man, it's been 3 months, what's going on? And it's like it doesn't quite seem like they quite understand yet that it's probably going to take some people a couple years to finish that game. Not even kidding. The way that they want to play it. If they're trying to do everything, like my wife is one of those types of people too. She still hasn't finished. She still hasn't finished Breath of the Wild yet. The first, yeah. She still hasn't finished Breath of the Wild, but she loves the game. But her problem is she wants to do every single thing in that game. And I'm telling her, like, yo, the new one's about to come out. You need to just knock this out. And she's just like, I know, but I just can't help myself. I want to do everything that there is to do in this game. And I'm just like, well, that's going to take you freaking forever because you're a busy woman. You're a mother as well. You're not into gaming like I am. So it's going to take some people. Like when you bring out an RPG game where it's taking some of us that game all the time, some of us that don't care about Harry Potter at all, and we're putting 80 hours into this game. Imagine somebody that loves Harry Potter, but's not in a rush to play video games. And then on the other side, I kind of think, there must have been a lot of mad moms and dads when they went out and bought their kid this game and they figured out, man, this game is tougher than it looks. This ain't no quick hit a couple buttons and you're good. I mean, I played the game and my daughter came in the room and she's only 5 years old and she's like, that's Harry Potter kind of stuff. Like she understood the ambiance of the game only at age 5. I gave her the controller. She played it for 5 minutes, realized she didn't know what the heck she was doing, and went in her room, went and played with some dolls or something. Imagine how many kids between the ages of like 5 all the way up to like 15 that are possibly, keep in mind, I've handed controllers to grown folks before and been like, what are you doing with that thing? like how can you not look to your left and right? Okay, you look like you need to go to detox. Like what's going on here? But
wow.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine the ages between like 5 to 15 that got this game as a gift, and they're just like, this is exactly what I wanted, but I wasn't ready for all this. Good gracious. And then on top of that, This game still launches 2 more times, and people are forgetting that. This game still launches 2 more times on series, or not series, on 1 in PS4, and then and then the last release is Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So this game, it's gonna keep. I find it wild that people are saying, "Oh man, this game died quick." It's like it's not finished waking up. It's not even done waking up yet. Like there's still a lot for this game, and keep in mind it's not online multiplayer, so that incentivizes you to play it at your own time. And what I mean by that is you're not like your homies aren't hitting you up saying, "Yo, I'm on today," or something like that. You're literally being like, "Yo, I have a couple hours. I'm gonna play this game," and that's exactly how my wife plays. Stuff like that. I got a couple hours. I'm playing Halo for like 2-3 hours. Oh, I have a couple hours. I'm playing Zelda for 2-3 hours. I'm just saying.
I don't know. The media has been tripping here lately. Look, I think that I don't know who they listen to, what they talk in there, whatever. But, I mean, it just seems like just fanboy clickbait stuff. Like, that's the
Too
one thing.
eager.
Too eager to drop some kind of, I'm saying, some kind of gaming smut. I mean, and even though I don't think that article was smut-ish or anything like that, I think that it was just more of a thing to me. It's just where it's kind of like, this game has been out for a month and a half, 2 months. You should have already beaten it now because it is sold so much. Why? What's the problem here? Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? These people do
Not
the same
everybody's
things that you
quick at games.
right. And they have a job. They got a family. They got. It's not like
And
it's
some
just
people probably played it on the hardest difficulty too.
Yeah, like I mean,
Like
it
I
just
do.
doesn't. Right, like the one thing is where people start tripping out and making it about, well, this person didn't beat this game, didn't get 100% completion, or didn't get a platinum. They didn't do this, they didn't do that, bro. Like, like when somebody came to me and was asking me about Dragon Age Inquisition. You just now playing and beating that game? That game came out in 2014, 2020. I don't care if it came out in 1990.
They talk about it like it's like spoiled milk, like it just went bad and you're now drinking it. Like the game doesn't have an expiration date. It's good forever. And if you didn't have time to play it yesterday, a year ago, 20 years ago, why is it like insane that you pick it up now?
I still haven't bought the game.
What's the difference between that and reading a new book and then being like, oh man, I'm gonna go read Moby Dick? Right. What's the difference?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is where people are just thinking to themselves that, that every gamer is like them, right? And that's not the case. It's not the truth. The truth is that most gamers play their games at the mercy of whatever they're doing. If they're working, they come home, they play for a few hours or whatever. It's just it's crazy when I hear that too. Like, or I hear people say, why aren't you playing it on the hardest difficulty? For some people, like some people just don't want to play it on that hard difficulty. Some people just want to play it on a normal, difficulty, or they want to play it on easy or whatever. I mean, more power, to you if you want to play your games like that. I mean, of course, I play my games on more of the harder difficulties, but if it's way too hard, I'll pop that thing down to normal. I don't care. Like it's not gonna be no sweat off my back. I just, I think it really comes down to where I think gamers need to stop, judging other gamers for playing old games or playing games on a certain difficulty or not finishing certain games. It's just like if that person didn't finish that game, maybe they were busy or maybe something else came out or maybe maybe they just didn't like the game. Like it's not that big of a deal if somebody didn't like a game that you didn't like or that you liked. Like me and Bot go back and forth. You know, Xbot 448. We go back and forth all the time about Spider-Man and how he doesn't hate the game, but he doesn't like the game. And I love that game. I think it's a fantastic game. I've beaten it like it's sickening how many times I've beaten that game. I think it's been like at least 6 or 7 times.
Yeah,
At least
I'm gonna go
I've
through
beaten
it
that
again.
game.
Yeah, I'm gonna stream it.
Yeah, I've loved it so much that and for me, yeah, I can't understand why he didn't like it, but at the same time, I respect that he played it and he didn't, he got what he wanted out of it, and that was it. You know, that's it, or he didn't get what he wanted out of it. Actually, he didn't get what he wanted out of it, and he just dropped it, and that's fine. That's what gamers do. We all have different tastes. We all have different likes. I mean, majority of you guys love Xbox. I like PlayStation. But we come together and we talk about this stuff. And I think people need to just stop judging so much.
No, that's the one thing of like, I see people all the time, like stuff like that. Well, yeah, I just got finished beating God of War, and then I see some of the people that come out and get slanderous with other people console war bullshit, and like their stuff and say, "Oh, that's great." Hopefully, it was everything that it was for me. Like I really loved it and all that other stuff. So it's like, well, why are you not giving them the same energy that you would give them? Oh, because whatever. I don't know. It's not a big deal. I just thought that was one of those things where people. I think that the media it's an interesting topic to talk about, but I don't think it's that big of a deal whatsoever. I mean, I got to go back to Wulong and beat that first boss. I mean, I tore his ass up. I was feeling myself when I took him, and I should have known that he was going to have a second form. I should have known, but so I'm going to go back. And I'm
honestly,
he's beat him though, right? You beat him,
huh?
You beat him though, right?
No, I haven't beat him. I sit there and
he's almost literally the only one that does the second phase, like in that game. Like there's a couple other ones too, like scattered around, but he's like the only one that does the second phase. And for the most part, most of the bosses after him are pretty easy, dude. They're really not that hard.
That's what I feel.
Why would they do something like that?
Well,
because they want you to. It's like that get good kid type of boss. It's just get good and then all of a sudden they just start giving you easy bosses. I mean, there were some hard ones too, but it wasn't like to the extent of Dark Souls.
But it doesn't make any sense to make your first boss hard and then it just gets easy afterwards. It should be like raise the difficulty, start off slow, and then raise up the difficulty even more until when you're at the last boss, yeah, that's the most difficult, but you get that sense of accomplishment once you beat the final boss. Instead of saying, oh, the first one was extremely hard, everything's easy afterwards. That doesn't make sense.
I honestly think it's pretty much the same way through. Like it's that hard, but not as long as maybe the first one is. The first one is it is a disrespectful entrance, 100%. But at the same time, it's just like RG Viper. I get it. You don't like that they made it that hard, but once you get past it, it's just kind of like, all right, you are one. It's like that test. Once you pass it. Pass go, you good to go for the rest of the game. And yo, I understand, that might be really hard, but not that long ago, just for fun, I turned on a game that I got called Super C. You remember that game?
Oh yeah.
That game is very unforgiving.
Super what?
That game is very unforgiving. Yes, Super C for the NES. Yes. Yeah. So like I like to. Sometimes I like to when I'm frustrated with games or something, I like to humble myself with old school games and remember that this really ain't that bad.
Right.
This ain't hard.
Old school
I know
Ninja Gaiden and old school Shinobi was hard.
Well, I think for me, when I was playing Wolong, the thing that kind of I think made it easier is that I knew that I had to upgrade, 4-star weapons, 4-star armor, and stuff like that. So once you get past that boss, you start getting that type of armor where you get 4-star armor, you get 4-star weapons, and then you start upgrading those, and you can take those all the way to the end of the game. Like honestly, they give you a secondary weapon. I didn't even use it once. Like maybe once I did.
I changed gear a few times, like very few.
Yeah,
it's just upgraded the hell out of it.
Exactly, and that's all you really have to do. Once you get past that first boss and you start, gaining more stuff, I think that's one of its biggest problems is that it has that type of, and I get that people are struggling with that first boss. Like, if you're not used to these type of games, yeah, you're definitely going to struggle. But if you're used to it, like I am, I don't see why you would struggle.
I mean, listen. I mean, I'm going to go back to it. It's just that I was looking at. I was playing quite a bit of Forspoken today, so I was like, because it's just like, okay, Hogwarts is going to. Let me just go ahead and figure out which game kind of stuff. Let's put in the work. But for me overall, I just think that, like, I mean, listen, it took me three days to beat Millennia, whatever her name was from Elder Ring. I mean, I'll beat that boss. So I'll get back to him and I'll get serious with it. But I am, and I'm thinking about him right now. That's the reason why I'm kind of itching to want to just jump in and play and try to get his ass tonight. No, it's all about being patient. I'm not in a hurry for anything. Just enjoying the games that I got. And when Jedi Survivor drops, everything is put on the shelf. I'm not touching everything else is going to be put on the shelf. That's going to be the game that I'm going to be on and stay on to complete. So I don't know, but anyway,
one thing I want to point out. Yeah. One thing I want to point out about that game for those people that are maybe struggling at all, you're probably using the block button completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The block.
I'm trying
like I noticed early in the game. Yeah, exactly. You try to dodge too much, probably.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be blocking.
Yeah.
You need to be blocking because anything other than an elemental, or when they do the red thing, when they do a super attack, everything else can be blocked. Anything else, even that crazy second monster of the first fight, all that stuff can be blocked. Now, if you just sit there and block
those bricks, okay.
If you just sit there and block, it will, like, you'll get fatigued and you'll slow down or whatnot. But block and use the dodge while blocking. Mm-hmm. It works in tandem, and it will help you figure out your timing to be able to parry properly.
Yeah.
And you will find, once you beat that first boss, you'll be like, what the hell have I been doing this whole time?
Yeah.
You'll come to that realization.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Dragonheart, you a
yeah, because you can block, hold on the block and parry at the same time. So you can block and deflect at the same time. So
yeah, that's why I was whooping his ass in that first form. I was like, clink, clink,
you had
clink.
that
I was
block.
Like, look at these, man, I'm parrying his ass. Well, I was feeling myself. I beat him quick. I was like, look at that. I was recorded that gameplay. I'm like, yeah, look at this. And then next thing you know, he was, I was, oh, shit. And he started throwing that snake on.
Well, if you get him to a second phase, and you get him to a certain point in his health, you can actually hit YB on your controller, because I think on Xbox it's YB. if you press those two buttons together, it'll do a Divine Beast attack where it'll take him out, and it'll.
I don't think you have it in the first.
I don't
boss,
have Divine Beast yet.
You do have it in the first boss. You do have it in the first boss.
So.
I didn't have it.
If you get him to a certain health level, it has to be at a certain health level though. It'll pop. No, you have to press those buttons down in order for it to pop out though. So if you attack him and then get him to a certain, I think it's like 25% of his health down, you can hit that button, hit those two buttons, and then it'll go to a cutscene.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, good deal. I quickly
I want
let
to
me
try
read
that.
this super chat and then I'm going to ask y'all about GDC out of here. And Rain G4, that's not my mic. That's got to be your headset. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Verge, man, appreciate you, bro, coming through. And what's up, Mega Dark Optimus? You know what I'm saying? Viper is the other sucker that the most disrespectful. Thank you, man. Thank you for appreciate it. And then Rain, he says, what is that? Muri? How you say that? Ninja Gaiden was the easiest boss at the end, but ABK Deal is the hardest boss fight in history. You're so stupid.
That was fantastic because I didn't read it. I was only listening
here lately.
I have the stream pulled up, but I didn't read it. I seen that he did a super chat, but I'm sitting over here playing Diablo, and
has been on.
Which the queues are low. The queues are low right now, so if you nervous, hop in because of the queue. It was less than a minute for me.
All right, I haven't even downloaded that yet. But anyway,
are you playing on PC or are you playing on?
I'm playing it on the most powerful $500 console ever made.
That's PlayStation, right?
I'll let you guess what that is, bud.
You know what that is?
The Xbox.
It's that Xbox, baby.
That
all right,
Xbox trash.
Lou in the chat, he says, "What's your greatest fighting game of all time?" It's Tekken, baby. Tekken is my favorite fighting game of all time.
Let him know that 3D beast.
Honestly, Tekken's probably it's really good, man.
Yeah, man. Tekken is Street Fighter.
I've never been mad at Tekken. I've never been mad at Tekken before.
Tekken 7
I'm sure there's been better and worse ones, but I've never been like mad at Tekken or
the
like
worst
not
Tekken to me was Tekken 4, and I still played the hell out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Tekken 4? I thought the last one wasn't very good, but I'm excited for 8.
I think Tekken 3 was my favorite.
Garbage. It plays like garbage. That's the most popular Tekken is Tekken 3.
Is that the one that had the side-scrolling game with Brian?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tekken.
Yes.
Yeah, and every
Tekken
time you hit somebody, chicken.
Yeah, that like Streets of Rage game. Oh
Tekken
man,
Tag,
that was. I played the hell out of that. It was fantastic. Tekken Tag is goated.
Yeah.
You know what needs to happen? Battle Arena Toshinda needs to make a comeback.
Before Power Stone.
I would love that to happen. There is those rumors that Power Stone is going to come back, so I would definitely. I really enjoyed playing Fight Night this past Sunday, playing Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. That shit got me really excited about. Made me buy all the DLCs. I was that excited.
Is that on Xbox now?
No, played it on PC.
Oh, that's why you were able to play it. Okay.
Well, I got a PlayStation 4 is sitting right there. It's right there. So.
Quit acting like that's been turned on in like 2 years.
I have turned it on.
The cat. What'd you do?
I have.
You turned it on and updated it on accident.
I turned it on and updated it and looked through, turned on some games. I just wanted to see if PlayStation took my saves away because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So
he's like, do I still have my cloud saves? I don't know.
Yeah, I do not for a couple of them. But
it's like I need some white noise to go to sleep. I turn on my PS4.
Right. I need that. I need that noise to where they.
I need it.
Where every time they has to boot up my external hard drive that I got hooked up to it. So anyway,
that thing pushed out the heat too, man.
It did. It made things really hot. I should have turned that bastard on more often during But no, anyway, stop it. I'm not going to disrespect the place. It's okay, baby. All right, I turn you on. GDC, right, fam?
Man,
Before we get out of here,
talking to a
man.
woman right now. I turn you on from time.
I know. I thought he was talking to his wife. I was like, "Oh man,
all my consoles, and even this big behemoth, Big Bertha right here. They all female. I don't make no. Yeah, they're all electronic females. Sir X-Man.
You didn't name your computer Stanley?
No, it's Bertha. Big Bertha. There you go.
God damn, what an ugly ass name. Why don't you give it a good, at least a sexy name?
Okay. What's a big body girl sexy name?
Lizzo.
Lizzo. Poppin'. Say Vanity.
LaFonda. How about that? LaFonda.
LaFonda. What? That does sound like a big girl.
LaFonda.
LaFonda.
You don't remember LaFonda?
We're all exhausted. It's time to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
GDC.
Yeah.
GDC. What stood out for you?
Yeah, GDC, please.
Yes, guys. GDC. What stood out for y'all, man?
Oh man, what can
Metahuman?
Yeah, Metahuman was insane. I mean, the whole Unreal showcase that they did, it was awesome, man. Like I was like, it makes me excited for what they're going to do with Unreal Engine. It's just, I think that was probably the only thing that I was like actually interested in. The rest of the stuff, I just kind of browse through it. I didn't really kind of get in too deep on some of the other stuff, but some of the games that they showed off that were running Unreal Engine 5, I was like, holy crap, man, I can't wait for this. This is gonna be amazing. I was like, hopefully, it's not just on PC, because that'll be awesome if it goes to other consoles and stuff, because some of those games looked absolutely fantastic. I can't remember that one game that they showed off. I don't even think they even gave it a name, but the dude was like, it was a crime type of crime drama set in Japan, I think it was. That looked cool. That looked really good. And then that other game where the like, you play as like a bug, and he's like, and like, it's almost kind of like Grounded, but you're playing as a bug, and it seems more like it's going to be single player. That looked cool. I was all like, ooh, that might be a good one to check out, because the gameplay was actually really pretty good. I was like, wow, okay. And then they went into Hellblade 2, and that, I was impressed, man. To be honest, I was impressed with that technology that they were showing off for that game, and then what you can do with that technology just in a matter of seconds, or a matter of like couple minutes, was insane. And then of course, there's those people out there that are pointing out, well, it wasn't that good because the lips weren't moving proper to how human lips move. And I'm just like, they literally just did that in 2 minutes. Like, literally 2 minutes it took them to do that, and they got to that result.
Actually, let me expand upon that, because when you saw Melina,
let me show. I like that name, LaQuisha. I'm gonna show y'all LaQuisha. Right.
LaQuisha.
Look at her.
Oh God.
LaQuisha.
Whatever.
Look at that girl.
Well, because LaQuisha is white.
Hey, yeah, what's wrong with LaQuisha being white? What's wrong with that?
What LaQuisha? I ain't never seen a white LaQuisha.
People.
I ain't never seen a white LaQuisha. Yeah, y'all, where y'all find a white LaQuisha at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, any LaQuishas, Yolandas.
I don't know. You'd be surprised.
They all been sisters. Huh? What'd you say?
You'd be surprised.
Now, I knew a white girl named Peaches. That is true.
Yes. Yeah.
But no, I ain't know
But no,
no
I
black
mean,
girl name.
so at GDC, when you saw Melina actually doing that performance, you did see her lips not move with her voice, because
Yeah.
remember, she is I don't know what her nationality is, but she's from Europe, and English is not her first language. So when she was actually speaking, the lips were kind of like gnarled up that a
Yeah.
little bit while she was trying to talk. And so when I saw that while she was doing the capture, I was like, oh, wow, that is her. And then when I saw it played back as the metahuman, it was the same thing. It kind of looked a little bit off, but I knew that's exactly how they captured it, because I mean, her lips don't move like ours. Her lips move slightly different. So that's how I knew that, damn, they really got it down pat. Now, granted, I mean, when you're doing motion capture doesn't give you that level of realism. And what they did on stage, oh my God, that was wow. I was shocked. And then, of course, seeing the Hellblade trailer, where I'm thinking that even at the first part of that Hellblade trailer, that wasn't her. That was actually the metahuman at the beginning, where she was like, "Ah," and she was looking down,
Yeah, that
and she
wasn't even
was
her. That was
getting
the
ready. That was the actual metahuman. The only part that was her was at the end when she had the mocap suit on and she was looking at the phone. That was it.
Yeah.
So, and then of course we all know our good friend Chris Hart wants to come say that
Oh.
oh well,
Oh
But
man.
let's no, it's too late at night, man, to get BW. Just still keep that venom, man. Come on, man. You should be dry now, spending all that venom, man. Damn.
I can't tell the difference between a woman and a fake woman.
Oh man, and then that man just got married too. Good God, boy, I tell you what.
Hey, was it a blow up though? Huh?
Stop it. Sir X Man in the chat, he says, "Who is ready to play? Who is ready to play Crime Boss in a few weeks?" I'll wait for that. It does
I'll
look
wait for the
interesting,
sale because
but
I'm not paying $70.
I don't think that game is going to be that great. I think the game it's going to look good. It's going to be funny and fun, but I don't think that game is going to.
I think it's going to be like a knockoff Payday.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, ouch.
I think so too.
Damn.
But anyway, all right, Ham, you got anything from GDC that you enjoyed?
Mostly just the Hellblade thing. I thought the Fortnite stuff was impressive. That was very impressive. Gave you like that raid kind of look.
Made me download it on the PC too. Now I got Fortnite downloaded again on Xbox.
Yo, if they make like I know they do have a Fortnite that's like PvE, where it's like you like going versus like zombies or something like that, like building to like protect your stronghold pretty much. But like,
oh, they got rid of that, the Save the World portion.
Did they get rid of that?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, what I want to see from them is something raid fashion wise. Like that would get me in, because I'm not a battle royale person. I don't care, but I do think I'd be down to do something raid like. This is way off topic, but I mean that's what I've been wanting from Halo. To be honest, I want Halo to give me some content that's like raid worthy. Of here, like while waiting on incoming stuff, give me that, and then also give me like what they had, where I think it was like Firefight or something like that. I forgot what it was called for Halo. Was it Firefight?
Yeah, that was from ODST.
Yeah, where you did the waves and whatnot. That was so dope. So like, I want to see some stuff like that. But but like that's kind of funny that I brought up Halo, because this whole Unreal Engine thing was like is like rumor for them to kind of be moving into at some point or in some way. Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to get into that whole thing right now, but it'd be really cool to see that kind of stuff come out for Fortnite or Halo or something like that for sure. But yeah, I think the thing that can't be ignored is for sure the Hellblade thing. That can't be ignored at all, especially when we've been like when I say we, I mean us as like fans of Xbox have been like really looking at that game, and we've seen the scene that we've seen with it, and we're like, and like, how was that gameplay? That's interesting. That's really cool. But I want to know how that was gameplay. I want to see more. And then we seen that. That to me, it wasn't like gameplay at all, sure, but it was impressive and a reminder that hey, this is right around the corner, and we're still working on it. But we got some other big releases that are coming through the pipeline right now. We're not quite yet ready to talk about it. And you know what? That's fine with.
It was the Hellblade for me. Yobi, I did not see super chat.
Sir X-Man super chatted and said the name Vanilla Ice. I mean, that's
yeah, I know. But I am going to read Viper. Viper's been 13 months. Viper. He said Sony's upset that I was spitting those facts. They shut me down. K Mega Jim Ryan is down bad and petty. Bro, yes, he did. He was trying. He messed you up so bad. He was messing up GRG, man. It was hard. It was hard pressing, man. But we got through it. Listen to that. Play. Said, "What's up, K Mega? Just finished. Deal is finished as 2023 Sony has to step up their game when it." Yeah, like I've written off so many times. Because even if there has been a COD that's been absolutely just like mediocre, or like they you got to give it to COD for really trying to go outside the box sometimes. Like the only battle royale, just having a battle royale only game, I didn't even buy that. We'll never buy it. We'll never play it. I mean, battle royale like that. But it's crazy. Yobi, I don't see the super chat, man. It says Yobi right here. I said sounds like. Not super chat, but it says sounds like people who feel stressed playing sports, not real fans of the IP. The real fans are so lost in the atmosphere that the magic it creates over the years. Yeah, that's right, brother. The last one here is Sir X-Man. Yeah, I don't see it, Yobi. Danny Glover, Vanilla Ice, Chuck Norris. You can't go wrong with that lineup. Yeah, listen, that's fine, man. That's fine. It's also like
I think that lineup's what's possibly going to kill that game.
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice and Chuck Norris.
I think so too.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be fun.
I mean, no, I ain't talking about Chuck. I mean, I don't want to turn around and have a ninja in my house.
It's kind of like when they. It's kind of like when they add too many actors, too many like big name actors to a movie, and the movie everybody's just like, oh yeah, great.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be like
flops.
super crazy.
It just flops.
Oh, you mean like the Expendables?
No, the Expendables was good though, but like there's certain movies that come out that have like way more actors that are very talented, and then all of a sudden they come out with the movie and it's not good at all. Like Amsterdam, like that movie that came out, they had a ton of really great actors in it, and then it just flopped. And it's not very good either. It's kind of a boring movie.
Well, because they waste their budget on the actors. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, Yobi,
more than likely.
Yobi, I did read Lou's super chat. That's why I was talking about Tekken. Oh, now step it up, brother. Step it up.
I know, man. Getting mad at us for not reading super chats.
Flipping. All right, guys, we're gonna get the hell out of here. I mean, we did start GRG late, so I mean, it is right here.
Can you just copy and paste what he said so you can read it?
No, he was talking about Lucifer's.
Yeah, he started talking about Lucy. He said
he thought we were talking about. We thought he was talking about his own chat, but it wasn't super chat that he did.
He was talking about Luz, and that's why I was talking about Tekken. All right, Ham Solo. appreciate you coming through and you putting yourself on camera. You know what I'm saying? I thought you was getting a little scared, a little gun shy. So
no, I just had to come through at the right time and take the number one spot, and then also throw everything into a frenzy.
Yeah, number one is over here on the right. That's what's going on. So anyway, so you pushing last, brother. But anyway, where can they find you at?
Yeah. And congratulations on your new setup and the whole camera idea. I think that's a good one. I hope you stick with that. I do like the other one as well. It's a little bit more freeing, but with this one, you know how I do my channel. I mean, I totally appreciate it. I get it. And the effort is different. The effort is totally different. So you're bringing another aspect to your podcast, and it's pretty dope.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you. And listen, it's not, and we can mix and match a little bit, like put 3 of us on one side, 3 of us on the other side. It don't have to always be just like this. I mean, maybe in the sense of things, if once I, for the next month or so, once I, make sure that all the ducks is in, and I don't have to worry about stuff. But yeah, no, just mix and match a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we already had to go through and do some editing while doing the podcast. So it just shows how far I've came from where I used to be when I first started GRG, bro. Because that shit would have made me shut down the podcast. Like, all right, man, well, we'll get it next week. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's been a blast, and I really do appreciate that you're saying that, man. Especially as being a content creator and the work that you do, Ham, man. Yeah, so thank you. It means a lot, man. It does. Thank you. All right.
Absolutely. But by the way, you can find me though, because I didn't even mention
we don't care about that anyway. Let's keep moving. No, go ahead, man.
Get the hell up out of here. You gonna give me my time, sir. But anyways, if you want to check me out, if you like my goofy ass takes or just want to keep up on what I've been saying, whether you agree with it or not, you can check me out on TSWS Gaming here on YouTube. But if you want to get in contact or DM me or whatever, whether you want to be on a show or whatever, check me out on Twitter at HamSolo05Gaming. DMs are open. Thanks, K-Mac.
Oh, thank you. Coming through every week. And now since you're a fan of Mr. Spriggs Barbecue, I think that's got our friendship to be even closer now because, you
oh my goodness.
Good eating. Yes. Anyway.
I feel like now I have to try that just because.
I've never even tried it. I need it. I just need it.
It's not around.
I never tried it. I like it though.
It closed down, man. The pandemic shut it down. It was kind of like a double whammy. Like it was a mom and pop father kind of place. The father. Well, it became a chain, but the man who started the Spriggs Barbecue, he passed away a little bit before. And well, I would say he passed away, and the kids took over, and it just wasn't the same. But then they seemed like they changed and started to get back into the good graces of the community, and then pandemic hit, and that was all back. Yeah, y'all never will get a chance unless Spriggs Barbecue plans on coming back, or they might be one in a location. Because I mean, like I said, they were all over Oklahoma, but they're not here in the metro nowhere that I know of. So if they're somewhere like in Lawton or Tulsa or somewhere out there, then yeah, no, I need to know so I can go ahead and make that trip for Mr. Spriggs Barbecue.
Always my basic training.
Anyway,
yeah, I don't know why, but it gets me excited. I don't know. It's just a mixture of R&B and barbecue. It's just the perfect combo.
Yeah, so it's all good. So all right, let's go on to Viper before his Comcast start tripping. Because I think other Zeke is in there. Yeah, because other Zeke is talking about that my voice is clipping. You're the only one that's saying that, and you have some Comcast issues. I guess you might be somewhere around where Viper was at, because Viper, man, he made me he put me to work on the first night of this new layout.
I mean, he didn't have any more Sony slander after he came back, so
you know, he got real quiet and he stayed. Once he didn't say anything bad about Sony. I mean, you know.
Remember, he did say "Daddy Jim" just the other week.
He did. I know. I see that, Viper. But you know what? I mean, you better keep that finger to yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Better dig in them teeth. But you know what I'm saying with that finger. Where can they find you at, Viper, man?
They can find me spitting that snake venom on Twitter. Because I'm gonna watch all of J-Rock's stuff when he put out that slander.
Man, I'm gonna
retweet that stuff. Ooh, I'm gonna watch WBG on Mondays. Oh my God, it's gonna be it's gonna be sweet. But no, me, I'm just working, and you can find me on Xbox at RG Viper X, also on Steam. You know, that's basically it. Just I'm gonna get Jim Ryan. Just watch. He messed up my
saying shit like that, man. You ain't sound
camera.
like you gonna hunt the man down or something, man. What's going on here, man? Jim Ryan, we love you.
Hey. No, we don't. You're an absentee father, Jim Ryan. Absentee father.
He loses his job. Y'all gonna have good father-son time. You know what I'm saying, going forward.
No, he gonna have to pay that child support that he
Well, you got gray on your chin. You ain't getting no child support.
No, I want my child support money. Come on now. I've been suffering this whole time, and this motherfucker need to give me my child support money.
Oh my God, boy, you got to stop this. Anyway,
pay what you owe.
Man, I tell you what, Viper. I know that man is insane. Yes. Viper, you got to follow that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, PlayStation Nation would have to, you know, they might not be too pleased with some of the things that you said, but then
Viper's
you came back. Well, you're going to have to follow it, bro. You're going to have to. You're the last one to sign us out, man. Take us out of here.
You called me Viper.
Oh, did I call you Viper? Oh,
yes.
Yes, you did.
My bad. Sorry, Dark. My bad. Dark Ottomans. Where can they find you at, bro?
Okay. Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Ottomans. You can also find me on Xbox and PlayStation at the same name. And you guys can find me here tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for another live stream of Resident Evil 4 Remake. So check that out. That'll be fun. And it's also on cam too, so if you want to see my face, my beautiful face, you know.
Jack Black's son. That's we found him. We got him. Anyway, Jack Black, we didn't know you had an old ass kid, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Dark, man. Really do. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I will definitely try to support the best.
Yeah, man.
You know, let's go out there and go support him. And look, that man's playing games. You know, there ain't too many of them PlayStation stands out there to play those games. You talk about him, make sure.
And on live stream.
But he live streams. Come on, man. They live stream talking about games. Like, man, look, you see all this gameplay that you seen was all K Mega. These suckers don't even give me gameplay. All this is K Mega right here. So, you know.
I don't have a capture card. Come on now.
Yeah, man. You can put that, record that shit off of a GoPro or off your iPhone.
Okay,
how crappy that would look, dude. How crappy that would look. Oh my god,
terrible. Oh, you would
terrible. You would definitely lose subscribers after that.
I would. All right, guys. We're gonna get the hell out of here. Hey, as I seen this man is over here posting his propaganda on my channel. We're gonna have to get out of here, man. And I will check and see.
Damn right.
Because I've seen people that said that they
posted my propaganda on here. Shoot, man, if everybody else is doing it,
if that's what you want to do, go ahead.
Hey, man.
If they
hey,
what was I going to say?
But he's not a mod, is he?
No.
Oh,
see, well, you got to be a mod to.
Bad. Anyway, no, I'll go ahead. I'll make you a mod. I'll make you a mod. But anyway, for people that's saying that there was ads going on while the podcast was going, I'll go into YouTube and I'll try to fix that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, YouTube, for giving me some ad revenue. Shit. So instead of that little $8, $10, boy, we make it 15. Boy, we going to the sizzle.
I think you're gonna be okay this week. We didn't cuss too much and we didn't go off the rails too far.
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't. And shout out to my sponsor, Hello Fresh. I said Hello Foods. Hello Fresh. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes, check it out. I'll be posting. There's a link in the description. Go hit that. There's a promo code. Usually those promo codes say K Mega or something like that, or say their name.
It's supposed to say succulent now.
But I think that the promo code is called succulent. You know what I'm saying? Succulent, meat falls off the bone. So go ahead and get Hello Fresh immediately, man. Because I'm telling you, you watch my last video that I just dropped, and I did the promo. You see that chicken sandwich, bro? You ain't, man. If you must not like meat, or you just don't like to eat. It's one or the other, because that chicken looked delicious. Look sucky. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We getting the hell out of here. Anything else anybody got to say before we get the hell out of here? No, you ain't got nothing. Bye, peace. Y'all muted. No, we're not off now. I'm going to do that again. My outro just got stuck. I'm going to do that shit again. Here we go. Outro, we're out. Oh, yeah. You know why the outro didn't work? Because I didn't say what I had to say. And you know what it is. It's late night. You still got time to go to the club or go party and do what you got to do. But don't. You got a significant other. It's a good time. It's Friday night, man. Play some of them slow jams. Get ready for that dance off. Pants off. We doing it live, baby. All right, peace. Now the outro's gonna work. That's what was missing. All right.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.